Merci beaucoup. Keith is a be in the room with real people kind of learner. So he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay, class. Vos está pronto.
Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
From the 612 Injured Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have no accidents and no delays. On 94, there's construction westbound from Mounds to Highway 52 on the right shoulder till next May. On 494 eastbound, the entrance from Penn Avenue closed till May. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market.
Head to Whole Foods Market to jumpstart your January during our New Year boosting event with savings on feel-good favorites store-wide. Save on organic picks, wellness staples, and more all month long.
Dave's New Year's resolution? Not to be so damn boring. The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
Is it starting already?
I love the slander.
Yeah. This is the digs. I come back to work. It's like, I'm going to hang out with my friend Bailey and Jenny and my friend Vaughn. Over Natalie does the voices.
Yeah.
And then the first thing I get is like another dig at me. You know what I mean? It's abuse is what it is.
Is she wrong? Well,
is abusive.
You are boring.
I am boring. No, I'm not. I tell you why I'm not boring. You know what I did?
What?
Mario Party.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Mario Party over the vacation.
Goated game.
What?
That's a goated game.
It is a great game. And I'd never played Mario Party. And I was at a Christmas boutique.
Oh.
And there was some nerd there who was selling little game controller magnets. And I said, oh, those are cool. I said, what's your favorite game for Nintendo Switch? Oh, he said without hesitation, Mario Party. Really? What's Mario Party? And I kind of knew what it was. He's like, oh, it's great.
Wow.
So I downloaded it. Are you getting bored with this story?
No, but that was like a real life Instagram ad. You like instantly were bought in the second he said Mario Party. You're like,
Mario
yes,
Party, yeah.
Mario Party? I will go and buy it.
I went and downloaded it. We played it on the Switch. We had a great time.
Yeah?
It's so fun. The mini games.
Who's your character, Dave? Who did you pick?
I'm always Mario because I own the system. So I always get to be Mario. Susan was Princess Peach, and Carson was the Wario. I think he was Wario.
Wario's who I always choose because he's just like a big roly-poly guy. He goes, wah.
Yeah.
I love him.
Anyway, where was I?
Played it before, but now
You've
I want
never?
to because of that.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so fun.
It was a lot of fun. A year ago, we got back from Christmas vacation, and we all made predictions of what would happen in 2024, when 2024 was just a baby little, tiny little new year with all the kind of hopes and things that could happen. So we asked everybody on the show, including Drake, who is no longer here.
R.I.P.
He's alive. He's just not on the show, just to clarify.
So here's the first one. They asked me, what will happen with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? Well, hold on. Here we go. I say they'll still be together, but no signs of anything serious. Because she dated, who'd she date? Like this,
Joe Alwyn.
Joe Alwyn for a couple of years, and then this guy for a couple of years. So she is getting older, and she might decide, you know what, I'm done doing this. Mm-hmm. But I predict they'll still be together, but no sign of anything serious. I think I was partly right about that.
Wow. Kind of were, yeah.
Do we do Jenny's answer next?
Yes,
or we go,
now you can see what I said.
Here's what Jenny said.
I think that they'll get engaged.
Oh,
by the end of the year. I think that they will. Taylor has been through enough relationships. I think she knows what she wants by now, and it seems to be going very well with them. So I don't think she's going to put it off.
Okay. And then we asked Drake.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Don't hate me. I think they're going to split.
Oh, really?
I think they're going to split.
He was wrong. He was wrong. Okay. Next one, celebrity arrest. Who's going to get arrested in 2024? This was a recording from a year ago. Adam Levine.
Really?
I couldn't think of anything, and he was on TV the other night, and I said, okay, Adam Levine. Did not happen. Okay, here's Jenny's answer.
And I said Travis Scott. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he has too much weed in his possession somewhere in a state that doesn't allow it.
And none of that. Nope. Next one, here's Drake.
Okay, I said Offset.
Okay.
I think
a good one. Yeah,
I think something between him and Cardi B will happen, and Cardi will do something drastic that'll get him arrested. So I'm going to just say Offset.
That's a hard one. No celebrities really got arrested this year, did they, last year?
I'm trying to see if Offset did, because I think, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it does. Oh, no, that was 2020.
Gosh,
Sorry.
wouldn't that be wild?
It's in 2020. Okay.
Well, there was that Diddy guy that got arrested.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow, we wouldn't have been able to predict
No,
that
never would
one.
have guessed that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, celebrity divorce. Who's going to get divorced in 2024? Here's a recording from a year ago. I'm going to go with John Legend and Chrissy Teigen because if I was John Legend, I would have left a long time ago. I'd be like, you drive me nuts. I'm leaving you for anybody but you. I'd rather be alone than be with Chrissy Teigen.
Soulmates.
Yeah, they are. I do too.
You wait and see. You just wait and see. Okay, did not happen.
Nope.
Here's Jenny's answer.
Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes.
Ooh.
Oh, why?
Because I think that like Brittany will get really close with Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift will like maybe make her see that Patrick Mahomes is a whiny little bitch.
Is he a whiny little bitch? Is he really? Patrick Mahomes is?
Yeah.
He's great in those State Farm commercials.
Yeah.
Jenny hates Patrick Mahomes.
Why do you hate Patrick Mahomes so much?
I don't like him. I think that he has bad sportsmanship. I think that he's constantly complaining, even though he is a talented quarterback. I'm not taking that away from him, but he's just so whiny. It's annoying. Like, have some class.
Okay, that one did not happen.
No, I was very wrong.
Here was Drake's prediction.
I got Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson.
Okay, did not happen either.
They've been like happily married for years.
Right. Next one, celebrity baby. Who's going to have a? Is that the right one? Yeah, celebrity baby. Who's going to have a baby? Fallon Bonsette going to have another baby.
Oh my gosh!
She'll finally give in or
I think you
forget
keep
to take her
forgetting
birth
that.
control pill. Oh, Jake, that's right. He had
Jake got a
can I change-
vasectomy.
Jake had a vasectomy, right? Can I change my guess?
Yeah. What's your new guess?
Jenny. Jenny
I
gonna
knew
have a baby.
that I was going to be next.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Nope.
Jenny was asked who she thinks is going to have a baby.
I went with Justin and Haley Bieber. I am just shocked that they still haven't had
I got one.
So.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good point.
They did have a baby,
They
didn't
did.
Jack.
Yes, they did.
Jack Blues was his middle name?
Interesting.
Something like that. Yeah, by the way, Meat Sauce had a baby.
Yes,
Meat
congratulations
Sauce had
to
a baby
them.
like 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Yay, cute.
Yeah, so congratulations. That's super cool. Next one, we asked Drake who's going to have a baby.
I said Doja Cat.
Is she dating anyone even?
I don't think. I think there's been
Just wild guesses. We really have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea.
No idea. What celebrity's going to make a comeback? Will Smith.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, this was after he was canceled. Will
Yeah.
Smith. Yeah.
Okay.
He can come back and do a big movie, and people are going to love Will Smith again. The public is very quick to forgive.
Yeah, I feel like he hasn't gone away though enough.
True.
It didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he did have a new song and he did have a movie. But
New
like,
song?
I
But he
don't.
also never like
Yeah.
stopped doing anything.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't have to come back.
Jenny, who's going to make a comeback?
I'm going with Ryan Cabrera.
All the way down.
Yes. At least I want
not?
him to make a comeback.
I want to hear that song now.
Wait, who?
Ryan
Yeah,
Cabrera.
I knew you would
What's
know
he
who
sing?
that is.
On the way down, I saw you, and you saved me from myself.
Nothing.
Oh, it's such a good song.
No.
That was lovely. You two were
Thank
actually
you.
in sync
Wow,
on
yeah,
that.
we were.
that's really nice, lovely.
Drake, who's going to make a celebrity comeback?
I did Zach Galifianakis.
Okay.
He has not been around in a while,
Oh,
and I think
love him.
I do too. I really do too. And
Okay, nothing there.
Nope.
Who's going to have the biggest song of 2024? These are predictions that we saved on a cassette and we put them in a mayonnaise
did.
jar
Yeah,
on the
sure
back
did.
porch.
Yeah.
And we
So
said,
we-
don't throw this away.
Right. So this morning we got into the mayonnaise jar. We're playing these back from the cassette in the mayonnaise jar. Here's another one. Biggest song of the year. Coldplay.
Okay.
Coldplay is due for a comeback. I love Coldplay. They are very talented. I love Chris Martin. I'm going to go with Coldplay. Nope, nothing there.
Nope.
Jenny?
I did Usher.
Nope.
Oh,
really?
I didn't even think about Usher.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's going to have something big after the Super Bowl, I think.
Okay.
He did
could
have
be.
a new album.
But
right?
not biggest song of the year album.
Yeah.
No.
It's a hard one to do. Okay, next one.
I went with Drake the rapper. He's going to have the biggest song this year.
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
Shabuzi.
No, it was more Kendrick getting at Drake
Yeah.
than that.
All right, we'll do some more predictions on a personal level coming up next on KDWB. Like who on the show is going to buy the stupidest thing and what will it be? Who will go on the most unusual vacation? Who will get the most drunk at a KDWB event? We'll do predictions for us personally coming up next on KDWB.
From the Custom One MN.com Weather Center.
Cold weather in the forecast for the foreseeable future. It's going to be partly sunny with a high of 21 today. Tomorrow dropping down a bit, partly sunny, a high of 13.
This report is sponsored by Sun Country Airlines. Need a warm winter weather escape? Sun Country Airlines have you covered with low fares to Florida, Arizona, Mexico, the Caribbean, and more. The low fares come with a great experience. Enjoy direct flights from MSP's Terminal 2. Plan your trip and book your flights at suncountry.com. Get to going.
I did it. You you can do it too. Change your life. Get healthier. Lose that weight with Livia Weight Control Centers. I want to introduce you to the new Livia, taking weight loss to the next level. It's the same trusted team, and now they have even more tools for more success, including the latest in GLP-1 medications for qualifying patients. They do weight loss differently, and now you can join and get 25% off Livia's award-winning program, 855-GO-LIVIA or livia.com.
Buying a new car might make you say, I can't believe it.
Seriously, it's ours? Is this real life?
But what you really need to say is, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB FM, Ridgefield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeartRadio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text THRIVE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text THRIVE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text THRIVE to 200-300. That's THRIVE to 200-300. THRIVE to 200-300.
You and I have this in common. We love a deal. And for the month of January, Zero Res has got their biggest and best sale of the year. 24% off all services. Book online, ZeroResMinnesota.com or 952-ZERO-RES.
2025 has begun. Are you ready to fill this year with new friendships, thrilling experiences, and endless fun? Well, join Events and Adventures, the social club for singles looking to connect and create lasting memories together. From karaoke to bonfires to hibachi and international adventures, you'll have countless opportunities to meet new friends and even find that special someone. It's time you live a life you love and make 2025 your best year yet with Events and Adventures. Visit eventsandadventures.com today to get started. Events and Adventures has been bringing singles together one adventure at a time for over 30 years. We host 30 awesome events for our singles each month to upgrade their social life and help them live a life they love and even find love along the way. Our singles enjoy trivia nights, mountain biking, and international trips like Easter Island and Belize, to name a few. Join our vibrant community of singles and open the door to new connections, thrilling experiences, and endless possibilities. Visit eventsandadventures.com today to get started.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Save big money now during Menards Bag Sale. All prices after 15% Bag Sale discount. Pick up a 6-pack of LED light bulbs for just $2.97. Get a wood or fiberglass claw hammer for only $2.29 each. 52-ounce bottles of Ajax dish soap, just $2.97. And 12 packs of Shasta soda in assorted flavors are only $4.19. Don't miss out on Menards Bag Sale happening now. Good through January 12th. See store for complete details.
Save big money at Menards.
Selling your house in the winter is easy with a guaranteed cash offer from Chris Lindahl Real Estate. There are no showings, no repairs, and you can leave everything you don't want behind. It's truly as is. The guaranteed cash offer is the fastest way to sell your house. There are no commissions and no closing costs. Find out what your offer would be today by calling 763-401-SOLD or visit chrislindahl.com. That's chrislindahl.com and start packing.
Does your insurance company want you to settle fast?
Pump the brakes, hold the phone, and call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline with your best interest in mind. Don't settle fast for less. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY and tell them Ross sent you.
From January 1st to the 14th, pay $0 up front at participating Snap Fitness locations.
From the 612 Injured Traffic Center.
We have no accidents and no delays. We have construction on Highway 610 eastbound from 94 to Maple Grove Parkway till April. Kellogg Boulevard closed between the Lafayette Bridge and Mounds until October. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wise Decision.
Hi, what up? It's Colts from KDWB, and if you need your wisdom teeth taken out, Dr. Kirby Johnson at Wise Decision has 30 years of experience, and if I could give him a 10 out of 5 stars, 100% I would. Now, you're going to be able to get a free consultation and a panoramic x-ray when you set up your appointment right now at wisedecision.com.
2025 is here, and so is the new and improved free iHeartRadio app. It's everything you love about radio in the palm of your hand. The live radio dial, presets, scan, even lyrics. And iHeartRadio has all your favorite artists' playlists and podcasts, too. Anytime, anywhere. Kick off the new year with the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Get it today.
Dave's hoping they name a snowplow after him. But they're not sure they can fit stupid, lazy, and ugly with bad hair on one snowplow. The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
Why?
Well,
why?
You
Why?
are stupid and ugly and have bad hair.
You forgot lazy. It's KDWB. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year.
I hope you had a good New Year's Eve. What were you doing exactly 12 o'clock on New Year's Eve? I was in bed. I went to bed at 11:30 or so. Bailey, what were you doing exactly 12 o'clock?
I was at Don's Bar in Dundas, Minnesota,
Beautiful.
drinking the worst champagne or wine or whatever it was. Ugh, it was so nasty.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was great.
Bailey got drunk and sick, by the way.
I did.
Jenny, where were you midnight New Year's Eve?
I was in Chicago. We went and visited my friends Ayantu and Jake on our way back from the Smoky Mountains. So it was a good half point for us, and we stayed with them, and they made us a lovely dinner, and we got to shower for the first time in about a week. So it was very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Fun. Where were you midnight New Year's Eve?
I was almost at B-Dubs, but I left B-Dubs so I can go home and watch Ryan Seacrest.
Were
But
you
I was
alone?
home. No, I came home literally New Year's Eve night, showered, and then me and Alyssa went to B-Dubs because we thought they were going to be lit, but they were playing some so sad music. And I was like, I got to get out of here. This ain't it. And then we went home and drank and watched Seacrest.
No party at B-Dubs?
It's not a party there.
It was
Yeah,
so
I'm sorry.
dry.
We did. We were doing these a little while ago. These are predictions we made a year ago on the show, and it's always fun to kind of like go back and see, to see what actually came true. So far, we've got really none. We forgot about celebrity arrests. Diddy and Justin Timberlake both arrested last year.
I did get Celebrity Baby with Justin and
You
Haley
did.
Bieber.
So the next one is what fad will make a comeback in 2024? These were made and recorded 1 year ago today. Tamagotchis. Tamagotchis coming back.
Ooh.
Yeah, because kids are going to discover a low-tech, to them, cool little thing that you don't play on your phone. Tamagotchis are coming back. Did not come back.
No, they
Should
didn't.
have.
Yeah.
Did not. Jenny?
And I did jelly shoes.
What are jelly shoes?
They're exactly what it sounds like. They're like clear plastic.
Well, it's not exactly what it sounds
well,
like.
you're right. But like it's like a clear plastically colorful shoe. You can see your feet through it, but it's almost like a clearer version of Crocs, I would say,
I can
but
picture
not
them.
as clunky looking.
Did any fad come back last year?
I don't think so. I've had some hope, though, because Taylor Swift did wear a pair of jelly shoes at one point, and I was like, oh, what's going to happen? It didn't happen.
No.
This is it.
Yeah.
So we also asked Drake, who is no longer on the show, what he thought would be a comeback.
I went fingerless gloves. They're going to make a comeback.
Okay.
Fashion fad's going to come back. Fingerless gloves.
Nope, did not work.
Did it
Okay.
never go away? Like, that fingerless gloves have always been a thing.
Have they?
Haven't they?
No.
Oh,
I've never owned
well.
a pair of fingerless gloves. However, there used to be a DJ that worked here in the night show back when nighttime DJs were super cool. Bobby Wilde, maybe you remember him. He would wear during a show because he was super cool, fingerless gloves.
Because he was cool?
Because he was cool.
Not because he had chilly
during the
hands?
show. And he was cool, yeah. All right, next one. What will Dave's next hobby be? I'm known for, picking different hobbies for about 10 minutes. So
Yep.
here's my prediction. I think bouldering, Jenny. I think bouldering is going to be next thing.
Really?
Yeah, you know what bouldering is?
Of course I know what bouldering is.
No.
That's pretty extreme, though. I feel
Not
like
really. You can stay low on it. Yeah, it didn't happen.
No.
I don't have good grip.
No.
Okay, Jenny.
You're gonna get into lip balm making. So you're gonna find like a little bit of
Lip balm
because
making?
you are the easiest Instagram targeted ad person you've ever
totally,
met in
yes.
your life, and so you're gonna see something like a kit like that, and you're gonna be like, ooh.
No, I did buy box balling though.
Yeah,
you did.
The red ball on the end of a string you put on your head.
How many more times have you played with that?
Ooh, couple. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Here and there, couple.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then we asked Drake, new hobby. What do you think it's going to be?
Boxing.
Boxing.
I think you're going to get to boxing. Yeah. I don't know. I think with you working out, you're going to get really a little bit more intense into it this year. And I think you're going to take up boxing.
Okay. He was the closest, but no go on that one.
But it, closest was I guess with box
with your-
ball, and I was like, what do you mean?
You're box bowling. That's not boxing.
No, it's not.
You're
It's
hitting
close.
a tiny red ball.
That's close. By the way, somebody texted in at KDWB1 and said Tamagotchis definitely did come back. Lots of 25-plus-year-olds bought them this year.
Oh.
Really?
News to me.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah, I had one when I was 9. It was awesome. My
They
mom
are.
had to take care of it when I was at school.
Clean that up.
Yeah.
All right, next one. This is, where are we? Describe Drake's love life by the end of the year. Now, remember, Drake was always very sketchy. And we'd be like, where were you? Oh, man, I was down in Mankato. I met some guy. Well, tell me about him. No, I can't. Okay, so here's our prediction. I said yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, you skipped one. It was will Jenny and Andrew get engaged? Was the next one?
Oh, okay. Will Jenny and Andrew get engaged? I said yes.
Yeah. I
Simple
said yes
as that.
as
I
well.
think it's time. As I told Jenny, I said, you're not getting any younger.
You keep saying that every single day.
Well, she's not getting any younger. Still not happened. No.
No.
Okay, so we asked Jenny.
I said no, but that's because it's not because I wouldn't get engaged if that was the case, but I don't think we will.
Okay.
We'll
All
see.
right. Drake's love life. Continued sketchiness. Seriously, vagueness, sketchiness. He'll come into work sometimes with his shirt inside out. I'm like, where have you been? He's like, what? I wasn't doing it. Oh, you were in the parking garage for the last 45 minutes. Why is your shirt on inside out? Now, we're going to skip the rest of them because we don't really know. Because Drake's been gone since, middle of last year? March, something like that? Okay. So we're going to move right into how will Jenny injure herself next? I have you carrying a couch up the stairs by yourself and you fall because you are built like a lumberjack. You're 6'6". You're carrying a couch up the stairs. You trip, you fall, you break your ankle. Did not happen.
No, didn't. No.
All right, Jenny?
I just put mountain biking because I've gone with Andrew, and now I think I'll probably continue to go. And
Did you injure yourself at all this past year?
No, I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm always injured. We always have to call Nurse Wendy to like fix me and your ailments, but I don't think I did.
Okay, good.
I like the idea of you carrying a couch up by yourself.
I've
'cause
seen her
that
do it.
checks out, actually.
I've seen her do it, yeah.
He's like, I got this. I got it.
Get out of the way. Who will buy the stupidest thing and what will it be? Let's see. I'm going to buy a radio station.
Oh.
I've already got it figured out. I drove by one. I was down in Hastings the other day. And you drive by on the main road through Hastings. There's KDWA. I'm not making this up. KDWA. I'm going to buy it. Did not happen.
No, didn't.
No.
You probably forgot about it until right now.
Right, I
You got to
kinda
go
did.
back and do that.
Jenny?
Well, I put Dave. But you're not buying something stupid for yourself. You're actually going to end up buying something for me that helps my bowel problems. That's what's going to happen. That's going to be
Colostomy bag?
stupid. Yeah,
Like a
you
Gucci
bought
colostomy bag?
You bought me some
Look at what Dave got me.
because you bought me some random spray stuff before, like a couple months prior to that. So like someone had suggested it on the Minnesota Goodbye, and you're like, I'm gonna buy this for you, Jenny, and you went and bought it. I used it for like a week. It didn't do anything.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha. By the way, somebody said Jenny was right. Travis Scott was arrested at the Paris Olympics for assault.
Oh.
Was he? Okay.
Wow. Jenny's coming out on top because I'm keeping track of how many you guys are getting right. And Jenny has 3 right so far, and you have 1.
No, which one did I get right?
The first one. Whatever the first
what
one
will
was.
happen with
What will
Taylor Swift
happen,
and
yeah.
Yeah, Taylor
Travis.
Swift.
Nothing,
Yeah.
basically.
And then
Okay.
Drake's got 0.
A couple of more. And let's see here. Who will go on the most unusual vacation? Jenny's going to New Zealand. Did you go to New Zealand?
Did not. No, I did
Okay,
not.
all right. Here's Jenny's answer.
I put you, Dave, this year because you've been talking about how like you take all these trips for your kids to see your kids and stuff. And I just think that you will go on something this year that's like you want to go there and it's somewhere you've always wanted to go.
We did. Super Mario World down in Universal Studios.
Loved it.
It's a wild trip. You
Have you been?
Well, yes, I think I have been, and it's a brand new world. So you definitely had the most exotic place that you went to.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And then Drake said,
obviously it's going to be Jenny. I think you're going to go to Europe this year.
Did you go anywhere this past year?
Not out of the country, no. But I mean, I would say unusual in the fact that I bought a camper van and we started living out of that for vacations. So I would say
love that about you. That is so cool. I love in your weekend in 5 pictures. My favorite one might be Andrew on his back, laying underneath the camper van playing mechanic.
Yeah, he installed this diesel heater in our van because we weren't sure where we were going to go over the holidays, but we wanted to go somewhere. So we were like, well, we need heat because obviously it's wintertime. And I am so shocked at how much he knows about stuff like that. I don't know where he learned it. I don't know how he does it, but I sat and wired a couple wires together, and that was about all I did.
If I were to install a diesel heater on a van, I would not sleep in that van or even go into the van.
You
Be
wouldn't
like,
trust
no,
yourself?
you're going to die carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
And then the last one, who will get drunkest? These are all predictions from a year ago. Who will get drunkest at a KDWB event? Say it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Drake. Yep.
Roll out the red carpet, baby.
Yeah, there it is.
Give
Who
me
did
a
you
glass
say,
of
Jenny?
champagne.
I said Drake.
Yep, it's going to be Drake.
And
yeah.
you said Drake for yourself, right,
Yeah, I
Drake?
did,
Okay, I couldn't hear what you said.
There it is.
Nah, it's 1, 2, 3. Vaunt League. That's
Don't do
who it
that.
is. Vaunt League.
Not even true.
If anyone wants to buy me a drink, Vaunt League. That's who it is.
I have done it
Good
at 2
impression.
events.
Can
Thank
you do
you.
a little more Vaunt?
Yeah. Hey, everybody, it's me, Vaunt League. If anyone wants to buy me a drink, you totally can. I will be expecting all drinks all night. You can follow me on Instagram at Vaunt League, VONTLEAK. Yeah.
Bailey's just jealous because she doesn't get drinks bought for her at events, even her own birthday party.
Not even my own birthday. But
Nobody bought you a drink at your birthday
I
party?
had 0 drinks all birthday, even water. I was just talking to people the entire time.
Really?
0 drinks. Yeah, it's a bummer for me. But you know what? I will live to tell another tale.
There's a goal for you in 2025 to have somebody buy you a drink. All right, it is what is today? January 2nd? January 2nd.
Yeah.
We're 2 days into 2025, and I got a little motivation for you. Is it on the button bar, Jenny?
Monday. Yep.
Okay, let's go with. I always like to try to find something that's going to get you to think a little bit. And here is your Monday motivation on KDWB.
The most important decision you'll make in your life is not where you work, it's not your cohort, it's who you partner with the rest of your life, specifically your spouse. I have a lot of friends who are very successful in every exterior dimension, and they don't have a real partner in their spouse. And it makes the downtimes tougher, and it makes the upside less enjoyable. Whereas I have a lot of friends who aren't, from on a lot of traditional metrics, very successful. They have a real partner in their spouse, and it just makes everything burn a little brighter.
I really like that because you can think about like whether you have a lot of money, you have a really nice new car or whatever, and you might have all these things, but if you've got a miserable partner, you're not going to be as happy. But if you've got, like an older car and you got a house that needs a lot of work.
And your PO.
But you've got a wonderful supportive partner, I really think that life can be a whole lot happier.
Yeah.
I've been lucky. I've never really had a miserable partner.
No, and you've had a lot of them.
I've had a lot, yeah. Short-lived. But I've never really had a miserable partner. But I've talked to so many people who's like, yep, he does, he drinks too much or he can't hold down a job.
Sure.
And I'm always, taking care of him like he's a baby or whatever.
Ugh,
and then it just becomes miserable.
Yeah.
So.
And you deserve better. If that's you, if you think, that applies to me, you deserve better.
But do you deserve better? That's a good question. Do you deserve better? What are you bringing to the table? There's something to think about. If you're bringing your own alcoholism, your own drug problem, your own gambling spending problem, maybe you are the problem. I don't know.
Then, it would still apply then. Then you deserve better for yourself. So maybe you go out, be a better person, and ditch your garbage partner too.
There you go.
Booyah.
By the way, we realize it's not Monday, but it's called Monday Motivation. It kind of feels like a Monday. Thank the Lord above that it's a short week.
Yes.
The shortest
Friday,
of weeks.
Weekend.
We're like easing back into the work life, after just like not setting an alarm. When that alarm went off this morning, I was like,
Yes, same.
I had big goals, by the way,
Yeah.
that I was going to walk on my walking pad for 15 minutes every morning before the show.
That's funny.
Do you think I got up and did it this morning?
No, you didn't.
Hell no.
Absolutely
Hell
not.
no.
Did not hit
That's my
that
girl.
snooze, and I was like, back to our regular program.
Can I tell you what I did this morning? And I'm so angry. I woke up super early, like 4 o'clock to get here at 5, because I had a couple of things I wanted to do before we started the show. And we usually don't get here till like 5:50-ish, 5:45. Got here, 5 o'clock, get to the front door. I left my key card at home.
No.
And you can't get in this building without your key card.
No.
And because I was here so early, I couldn't even wait for one of you to just let me in. So I had to go all the way back home.
Oh, no.
And then get back here at the time that I would have usually. So just my whole morning was wasted. It was so
How far away is home from the radio station?
Just 10 minutes, but it still was just annoying. I got to take a highway.
Yeah.
And I woke up very early, I'm going to be accomplished and start my new year off right.
Mm-hmm.
You have your little backpack on. You're like, it's a brand new day.
Epic fail. This is Lord.
There's the fickle finger of fate just slapping you in the face. Did anybody do the thing on New Year's Eve where you ate grapes underneath the table? This was a thing to bring you prosperity, good luck, and joy in the new year.
Pretty much.
One of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Who started this anyway?
I don't know. It's just some old Spanish tradition is what I read. For each grape, you're supposed to eat 12 grapes. And for each grape, it represents a month of the year. And then it brings you a good year ahead of you. But then it also has evolved into you'll find your soulmate if you do it.
Okay.
So I saw on TikTok, girls who said that they did it last year. And now they found their soulmate and are engaged already.
Oh, already?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Already. So I was wondering if anyone else has done it this year and how it went.
Okay, let us know.
Because I did not. The only reason I ever heard about it was because of you, Jenny. But I heard that whatever you do on New Year's Day establishes what you are for the whole year. So if you clean, if you're all you're doing is cleaning on New Year's Day, then you're going to be cleaning all year.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a good year, rest on New Year's
Or have
Day.
money in your pocket.
Right.
Or in your hands.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that establishes what happens.
Yesterday, we did we took everything Christmas down.
Well,
we
then
had
you'll be
2 Christmas
cleaning.
trees. We had a bunch of stuff. We took all the ornaments. We threw away a bunch of ornaments.
Why?
Because they don't mean it. They're like people that I don't they were gifted. And I always write on ornaments when they're a gift. This is from Ellen in 1994 or whatever. I don't know Ellen anymore. I threw it away.
Why'd you lose connection?
Yeah, I don't
Were you
know.
guys in love and then decided it's not
not
for us?
No. Anyway, I cleaned all day, most of the day yesterday. Oh, and then I played. I'm playing a lot more Xbox. That's one of my goals in 2025.
Yeah.
Is to play a lot more video games. Because I figure instead of wasting time on my phone, I'd waste time on my Xbox
With a different screen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. At least you could probably learn something when you're playing a video game.
You think so?
Hand-eye coordination. All of
I
that.
want you to open your phone and tell us how much screen time your screen time was in the last week.
Oh,
Let's
God,
see it.
it's got to be ugly.
Because I think
Mine's
we should all
high.
do it because I do think that over breaks and stuff, you have so much more free time.
Do you notice how your hand starts to hurt too, the bone in the back of your hand from scrolling so much? And you're like, gosh, I gotta rest my hand.
The back of your hand.
Do you know what I mean?
You have to go to a chiropractor
Yeah,
because you're scrolling
because
too much.
you keep using your thumb so much, so you're overworking your thumb, and you can feel it in the back of your hand.
4 hours and 51 minutes is my daily average.
Oh, that's not bad at
Not
all.
terrible.
I feel
No.
like.
No.
Mine's is worse than Dave's. I've got 6 hours, 33 minutes.
How do I find
You got
out?
to get an Xbox.
Right.
It'll help you out.
Why is I can't
Just type in screen time.
there
Well,
it
you
is.
have an Android, so you have to actually pull the cord on it and start it like a lawnmower.
Screen time.
Okay.
Here's something for you in 2025. Get a freaking real phone. Get rid of your
No.
dumb Android phone. I
No.
like it.
I feel like mine is not fair because I did not spend much time on my phone at all because we were in the Smokies, so I was hiking and doing things. But mine says 6 hours and 45 minutes. But I also was the person who had to have my GPS on the entire time.
Yep,
yeah.
I
So
gotcha.
I feel like mine is not accurate because I swear I didn't spend any time on social media this break. I didn't see your post about Carson's airplane. Normally I would have seen that. I would have seen everyone's post, and I feel like I missed out on
Well,
so
good.
many things.
You didn't miss out on nothing. If you were
That's
hiking
true.
and being outdoors and having a life rather than playing Bomberman on the Xbox, then you did a good thing.
That and you were a social media influencer over break. You
I tried
posted
to be.
19,000 things.
Yeah, you did.
So
Yeah,
you
they
had
were
to be on your phone.
They're really cool, yeah. And Jenny went viral with a barbecue fire.
Sure did. A little grease fire on Christmas.
Go check that out. We are going to do Dave's Dirt, then War of the Roses. Now, we are taking votes on Facebook, the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. We're not doing a War of the Roses today, not a new one, but we're going to play a classic one. And there is one that's leading the pack. But if you want to vote on Dave Ryan Show on Facebook, let us know what War of the Roses you want to hear. And we'll do that after Dave's Dirt on
The Dave
KDWB.
Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. Let's dive in and see what's going on Dave's Dirt. I'm just going to give you a thumbs up right now for Squid Games 2. I've been watching it. I'm watching the finale right now, and it is horrific, and it's good. What's interesting is they kind of go behind the scenes with the people in the pink jumpsuits with the square and the triangle and circle on their face.
Are those the bad guys?
They are the bad guys,
Okay.
but they're human just like everybody else.
Ooh.
Squid Game 2. By the way, don't see the Bob Dylan movie unless you want what I call a 2.5-hour sleeping pill.
I thought it was really good. We disagree on this one.
Why did you like it? Give me
I
one
just
reason
feel
why
like,
you liked it.
A, I learned a lot about the music of that time because I didn't have any knowledge of it. B, I thought that Timothée Chalamet really encapsulated a character he's never played before, so I think the acting was really good in it. And C, I was vibing with the music. That's not music I usually listen to, and I really liked it.
I'm going to start playing a lot more Bob Dylan on the Dave
do
Ryan
it.
show.
Oh, no.
No.
You know what I watched yesterday that I thought was mid? It was Amber Alert. It's a movie with Hayden Panettiere. Ain't that your girl, Jenny?
I mean, I like her, yeah.
It was her and the guy from Everybody Hates Chris. And it was about these two people. They get in a car together, like a ride share. And they end up chasing a guy who they have an Amber Alert out on. And I think the writing was so corny. It felt like a Tubi movie. That's exactly what it felt like.
Tubi movie.
Which is weird because it's like #1 on Hulu right now. But it felt, Hayden Panettiere felt she was overacting. And it was like, I'm going to save that girl if it's the last thing I do. Like that cringy, I don't know.
By the way, don't see the German vampire movie. What's it called again?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, which also was
No,
like...
I've heard it's good.
However, we did watch Christmas Vacation and Home Alone
Did you
in
watch
one night.
It's a Wonderful Life?
I wanted to. Nobody else wanted to.
God dang it.
Yeah, try to convince a 23-year-old that we should watch a black and white movie from 1940.
So good.
I know it's good, but Carson's like, watch
I don't
that.
wanna.
And I turned it on, and he just did not care.
Can I say that Andrew and I watched the Santa Claus, the first one?
Yes. Oh, yeah, we did too. Yeah.
Tim Allen is kind of a
hot?
jerk.
Oh.
No,
What?
he's such a jerk in it at the very beginning. Obviously, then he becomes Santa Claus, but it's almost like he gaslights his own son to like him just because he's Santa. But at the beginning, he's like the workaholic dad, doesn't have time for he's divorced and whatever. And then he's just like, Charlie just wants to hang with him, and he's like, leave me alone, Charlie. Like, I don't know. He's like kind of a jerk in it, and you don't realize those things as a kid.
No, when you're a kid, you don't realize that. That's
You're
true.
like, that's normal.
That's another one we watched.
So
Before the end of the year, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie finally reached a divorce settlement 8 years after they split. 8 years. Little history, they started dating in 2005. They married in 2014, and she filed for divorce in 2016. A judge ruled them legally divorced in 2019, but they couldn't settle disagreements, and they fought in court for another 5 years. This was one of Hollywood's ugliest divorces. Angelina left Brad following a drunken incident on a private jet. He became belligerent and violent with Angelina and the children that tried to defend her. He has since gotten sober for more than a year. He has dated somebody named Inés de Ramón. Do you know who that is? I don't either. Though his rep said Brad doesn't have plans to immediately remarry. Interesting little fun fact. The drunken incident on a private plane, I believe, happened on the tarmac at International Falls Airport.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that true?
Yes, I remember that like it was yesterday.
They were flying back from somewhere and
I
stopped for
assume
fuel.
Canada.
Or they pulled over to fight, I guess. So
Pulled over to fight.
It's like, okay, we're going to fight. Hey,
I'm pulling this plane over.
Let's see what else we got here. We're not going to. You already know about the New Orleans attack, and it's just horrible. 15 people are now dead, and like dozens or more injured. And President addressed the nation yesterday, and basically has condemned the attack and supporting law enforcement. And then a Tesla Cybertruck. I didn't hear about this one until last night. Caught fire outside of the Trump International Hotel in Vegas on Wednesday, and the FBI is investigating that as a possible terror attack. Have you heard about that one? I hadn't heard about that one either, until last night, I think one person might have died in that one. And Texas and Ohio State punched their tickets to the semifinals of the college football playoff. Texas down Arizona State in overtime, 39-31 at the Peach Bowl, and Ohio State routed #1 ranked Oregon 41-21. They started out with a 30-0 lead. It was one of those games where Oregon's #1, but they couldn't get anything going, and they lost 41-21. It's kind of crazy.
Dang.
Vikings also won on Sunday.
And did you see them do the little dance that they did? That was from High School Musical.
Oh, yes.
I think so, yeah.
We're all in this. So cute.
You were there. You didn't see it live?
I think I might have been in the bathroom. I don't
you would have been during that moment.
He's playing Wordle.
Yeah.
That is The Dirt, brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. Okay. We've done a poll on Facebook to find out which classic War of the Roses you want to hear. and this is the one that you came up with. So it is the classic Nick the Stoner, War of the Roses. If you know somebody who's never heard War of the Roses before, text them or call them really quick and say, you got to hear this. You got to hear it. It is everybody's favorite. If you've heard it before, I know you might be like, oh, God, this again. But it still brings a little chuckle. It's War of the Roses with Stoner Nick on KDWB. Let's do it.
Catching a cheater, one fake bouquet of roses at a time. War of the Roses starts right now on KDWB.
Michelle is doing War of the Roses today.
Hi, guys.
Let's talk about your War of the Roses. What's going on with you and your boyfriend, Nick?
So my boyfriend Nick and I have been dating. I mean, we were dating for about 3 years, and I was living with him. And I finally broke up with him because he kept calling me by the wrong name.
Okay. So, like during the lovin', or just like around the house, or what was the name that he called you?
Both. He kept calling me Amber, and I'm like, who's Amber? He's like, oh, babe, sorry, you know. And I'm like, is it an ex-girlfriend? He was always very vague about it.
Yeah.
He would just call us by the wrong name and just started pissing me off. And finally, I'm like, well, obviously, you're subconsciously just thinking of somebody else instead of me.
Right.
So I, moved out of the house.
So that's all it took was for you to, like, you just had it with him. That's weird because you know what? When I've cheated on girlfriends in the past, I never had a problem with calling them the wrong name.
No, not consistently.
So you moved out, but then recently, now you moved back, what, with your mom and dad?
Yeah, because, I mean, he owns his house, and so I had moved in with him.
Okay.
So we moved back with my parents, but, like a couple months ago, we started things back up again. I mean, he seems like he's changed, and although, a couple weeks ago, I was making his bed, and I found a red thong in his bed, and it's not mine.
Okay, so it doesn't get much more incriminating than that. You found a red thong, a woman knows whether the underwear is hers or not, in his bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but listen to this, okay? So he tells me, I'm like, obviously I confronted him, and he got really defensive. He's like, well, my mom slept over. She's been in town visiting, and she slept in her bed. But I don't know, like, I have a hard time picturing his mom wearing a red thong.
Yeah, what mom wears that? Gross.
Well, I will tell you now, how old is his mom? And I can tell you whether or not it's in the realm of possibility she was wearing a thong. How old is his mom?
His mom's like 55, 56.
It's totally possible that she could be wearing a thong.
But who lets his mom wear a thong and sleep in his bed?
And whose mom sleeps in son's bed with a thong anyway?
Gross.
I mean, that is just gross. Are you ready to make the phone call?
Yeah.
What's his phone company, Michelle?
What's the what?
What's his phone company? Okay.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hi, I'm looking for Nick, please.
Yeah, this is him.
Hi, Nick. My name is Amy, and I'm calling from... How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm awesome. The reason I'm calling Nick is because your name has shown up on my screen as one of our preferred customers. And if you're willing to answer just a quick 2-question survey for me, it'll take only about 30 seconds. Then I can go ahead and send flowers, romantic roses, to anyone of your choosing today free of charge. Do you have like 30 seconds for me?
Totally. Sounds like a deal.
Sweet. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your cell service right now?
Want to go 1 was the best, right?
Sorry, 1 is the worst, 10 is the best.
1 is the worst.
Yep.
Oh, no good. I guess let's go 10 then.
Okay, and then again, scale of 1 to 10, how likely will you be to renew with us once your contract's up?
Is this the same scale of 1 to 10, or is this maybe is this a different route we're taking?
No, same scale. 1 being the worst, 10 is the best.
Okay. 10's the best, right?
Yep, 10 is the best.
Okay. Yeah, let's go 10 again then.
Okay, now that you've done that, I can go ahead and send roses to any one of your choosing today free of charge. So they're romantic red roses, so I need the name of the person that you'd like flowers to.
Can I send them to 3 people?
Yeah.
Can I split them up into 3 people?
I can split them up if you want me to. 3, like split them like 4, 4, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, first
actually, let me go 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go 2 people.
Wow, so you got 2 different girlfriends?
It's in different area codes, you know what I'm saying? Like, take care of them all.
Okay, so give me the names of the 2 lucky ladies then. Nick, what's the first name?
Give me Michelle. Wet.
Is that her nickname?
Call her. Yeah, totally.
Okay, and then what would you like me to put on the card for Wet?
Wet. I think about you all the time.
Okay, and then who's the other girl for you, Nick?
Let's go to the next batch to Beth.
Okay, to Beth, and what would you like me to put on the card for Beth?
Let's switch it up this time. Let's go, I'm always thinking of you.
Wow.
So wait a second.
Douchebag.
Yeah, that's kind of becoming quite apparent here. Hey, Nick, what's up, dude?
Yeah, bud.
Little wake and bake this morning?
How much have you smoked this morning, Nick?
Nothing out of the regular. What's up?
Scale of 1 to 10.
Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how baked are you right now? Nick, I'm just curious.
10's the best,
right? Hey,
wow.
Nick, I have some bad news that I'm going to see if I can explain, because it's hard to explain to a guy who's not baked out of his mind, but it's really not your phone company. Totally. It's really not your phone company. It's the Dave Ryan in the Morning Show, and we have on the phone right now your kind of on again, off again girlfriend.
Wet.
Michelle, you never told me your nickname is Wet.
Why would I tell anyone that? It's embarrassing.
Hey,
I mean, that's not going to be my nickname anymore because I'm no longer his girlfriend because he's a cheating.
Hey.
Oh, harsh.
Okay, so
harsh. Who the is Beth?
Who is Beth? We know who Michelle is in Wet, but now who is Beth? Because you want to send flowers to 3 different girls and you narrowed it down to 2 girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, only 2.
So that's not that bad.
It could have been 3.
It could have been. See,
Wet.
You know,
you're such a moron. Who the hell is Beth?
Who's Amber, by the way? That was my other question.
Who was Amber?
I kept calling her Amber.
Amber.
Do you remember?
Amber. Not quite sure with you on that one, but
okay.
Wow.
So wait a second.
Oh,
okay.
That's cool, man.
Okay, so now you understand that this is kind of a bad thing for you because your girlfriend Michelle is now kind of busting you, sending roses not only to her but also to this other girl Beth. That's not really a good thing.
Yeah, losing one, still got another though.
Oh my
He's
God.
stoned out of his head.
I don't think I've ever been as stoned as this guy sounds like he is right now.
I don't think he even knows what's going on.
Does he sound? Let me ask you a question.
Dude, I'm at work.
You're at work?
Are we being punked right now?
Seriously. Is the joke on us?
I have no idea what's going on.
You're at work right now. But see, this is the thing that I like.
There's no joking going on.
The message, I like the message because we took notes on this one. The first message was to Michelle that said, Wet, I think about you all the time, but you wanted to be different for the second one, so you said to Beth, I'm always thinking of you.
Yeah, my dad was a writer, so, I kind of good with stuff like that.
Oh, come on.
Who are you? I feel like we're being played a joke on, but I kind of hope we're not because I hope people like this actually exist. Nick is lovely.
Michelle, are you still with us?
I'm just shocked at what a moron he is, and I'm just...
Hey, man.
Nick, it's over. There is no us again, okay? You lost me for good.
Nick,
and you know what? Have fun with whoever the poor Beth is.
Dude, I have to ask you, did your mom really leave her thong in your bed?
Good. Stay at the house, My wife, I crashed on the couch, let her use the room.
Why did your mom take her thong off in your bed?
I don't know. She's a freak. What do you want, dude?
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you two go because this is too big a mess. Listen, seriously, Michelle, if you're really interested in this guy and you look into his eyes and melt, I think if I'd looked into his eyes and make my eyes sore.
I think I'd get a contact high.
Oh, my God.
Oh, laugh on, Nick.
Honey.
You know what?
Honey.
Seriously, run. Go back.
Wet, run away.
Wet, run away. Go back to your mom and dad's house. Seriously, I don't think you're missing out on much on this one.
Okay, honey.
Nick, any final words?
Nah.
Perfect. He's driving a bus right now. That's the amazing thing. He's driving a school bus right now. It's awesome.
I'm taking your kids to school.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Michelle. If you really are for real and not just punking us, I feel bad. I feel bad for you, but you sound, I really don't know. We may never know. Oh my God. Okay. Thanks, guys, for being on War of the Roses.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for the roses.
No, you're not getting any roses.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What a moron.
Yep.
I'm taking your kids to school. I'm glad that brings so many people joy. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who have heard that a million times, but thanks for all the feedback on. We just thought we'd play like a classic War of the Roses. Text messages. Happy New Year. Missed you guys. Work isn't the same without you. Please tell me whenever you hear Nick the Stoner on War of the Roses, you hear Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. True, going back a few years. I think it was meant to be that I'm late today, and my favorite of all time, War of the Roses, is playing. This is the best start to 2025 that I could have ever asked for.
Woo.
This skit is the only thing holding my heart on helping. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm sorry. Nick the Stoner, it always and will always make me laugh until I cry. OMFG, I love this guy.
Taking your kids to school.
There's other ones. Remember the one, and I can't find it, where the woman is like finding out if her boyfriend's cheating, and she says, and I'm going to imitate her voice as accurately as possible. My goodies and my freak nasty should be good enough for him. Do you guys remember that one?
Goodness.
I do, but it was before my time on the show. But I think we've played it before since I've been
My
on.
goodies and my freak nasty should be good enough for him.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's around anymore. I think we've looked for it. I think Steve Letarte might have hit delete on that one. Then there's the clown. Then there's Pamela. Then there's the, what's the guy's name? He's an artist. He's a rapper.
Which one?
Yeah.
There's a million rappers.
Ronnie G.
Oh, Rodney
Remember
G.
Ronnie G?
Oh,
Rodney G.
yes, I do remember that
And
one
he tries
as well.
to get us to play his CD. Okay. War of the Roses on KDWB. It is the Dave Ryan Show on iHeartRadio. Check out the new iHeartRadio app. There's all kinds of new features on there, including lyrics. If you're listening to Taylor Swift or you're listening to a song, you always got the lyrics wrong on, it'll have the lyrics playing as you listen to the song. There's now scans and presets. So you can put like the Dave Ryan Show Minnesota Goodbye as a preset. So you don't have to look for it every day. Just tap, boom, there it is.
Yeah.
So go check that out. We just got back from Christmas, and I think for the most part, we're happy with our presents.
Yeah.
Bailey got a record player.
I did get a record player.
And a clothing steamer and a vocal steamer.
Yes, indeed.
Jenny got, what'd you get?
Andrew got me some hot chilies, which is clothing. It's like warm clothing to wear in her snowboarding gear.
Okay.
Cute.
I got a indoor pickleball net, which we're still trying to figure out how to play indoors. Story for another day. And Vaughn, what did you get?
So my aunt got me a Nike sweatsuit. And you guys see me coming here every other day with Nike on. I'm wearing Nike sneakers. I love Nike.
So thoughtful.
No, I love it. And the problem with the sweatsuit is that it doesn't fit me. It's too big, and it's like way too big. It's like a 2XL, which I don't know why my aunt thought I wore a 2XL. I don't even look like I wear that.
Nope.
So I asked her if she had the receipt just so I could go exchange it because I love the sweatsuit. It's like a nice gray. It's like a Nike fleece. But my aunt's not the type to keep receipts. You know, there's people that are just like, no, whatever. So now I kind of don't know what to do because I feel like I'm not cheated out of a gift. I just don't know how to be like, so do I have an alternate gift? Is there anything else? Or can I return this? Or like, what's the deal?
You should give it back to her and tell her to get you something else. That's what I would
But I
do.
feel like that's rude.
Yes, that is
Yes, it
rude.
is rude.
You can't be
I'm
like,
joking.
I want an alternate gift.
I'm joking.
What?
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Is your aunt something like some people in my family where this was something that she maybe got from somebody else and this is a re-gift? Because there's no way she should have got you an XL anything.
I don't think so. Like
Okay.
I'm pretty cool with my aunt. Like we don't talk like
Does it have
every
tags
other
on
day.
it still?
Yes.
It does have tags
Well,
on
then
it.
you can still bring
take it back. Where'd
yeah,
she
you
get
can
it?
bring it in.
I don't think I can because I've tried to do that before with other clothes and they think that you stole it out of the store if you don't have the receipt or proof that you purchased it there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I used to work in retail and like you can come in, if you come straight up to the counter, have it in a bag and say, I just would like to make an exchange. And then you're not like returning it. You have to exchange it. You can't, if you don't have the receipt, you can't return it, but you can exchange it for a different size.
And I've seen a lot of people, I've tried to do that before and people will be like, oh no, I need to see, even if it's literally just for a different size. I just did that with a pair of sneakers I got Alyssa. I needed a different size and they were like, do you have the receipt of the original?
Well, just say no.
But I'm not trying to be like an a-hole. And if I don't get another gift, it does suck. But I'm just like, okay, I guess. But yeah, why did you think in the world that I would wear a 2XL?
Do you give her a gift?
I got her like a $10 gift card or something because she's like an older aunt. So she knows like I'm 23. I don't have everything in the world to give her like a big old gift.
Well, she's also not required to get you a gift, period. I don't think I got anything from my aunts.
You're right.
I was going to say, I stopped getting presents from my aunts when I was in like high school already.
But she got me a gift though. So it's not me like expecting a gift and then being ungrateful. You got me a gift. It just didn't work out. So now I'm like,
So now I want something else.
Are we both just out of however much? And those things aren't cheap. That's like $200 something for a Nike fleece sweatsuit.
Those are expensive.
So very generous.
Somebody texted in. They said, "Listen, take your sweatsuit." Vaughn's aunt got him a double XL sweatsuit.
Like, what do I look like?
For Christmas, and he doesn't have any use for it because it's too big. They said a text at KDWB1 says the tags are still on it. You should be able to go down to the Nike outlet in Eagan and get it exchanged for the correct size. Boom. Problem solved.
I hope so. Like I said, I don't want to give it back and be like, here, give me something else. That seems ungrateful.
Yes.
But I'm just kind of like, okay, you plan to get me a gift, so now do I get nothing?
So you feel like the world cheated you out of a gift.
I need an alternate gift.
So you are short one gift, and now you feel like somehow Christmas cheated you.
A little bit. I don't want to sound like a Grinch. I vowed to myself I'm not going to be as Grinchy in 2025. But you were going to get me a
Pull
gift.
that audio.
Yeah, exactly.
Pull that audio.
That's his prediction.
It's like, Dave, we talked about this a long time ago. Somebody called the show and said that they got a gift card with no money on it, right?
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, I went to go use it. Now I'm going to tell the person, hey, there's no money on this. What do? You get the money on it.
Yeah.
But I can't do that in this scenario because she doesn't have the receipt. So, like, you were going to give me something. Now I don't have it. So can I get something else? Or what's the deal?
I think you try to go to Nike, try to exchange it. If it doesn't work, you go, you know what? Life isn't always fair.
Somebody just texted. They said, Vaughn's right about Nike. They're so annoying with returns, especially shoes. Because those are things that I think people always try to steal or get away with, taking out of the store.
But it's Christmas season, so I feel like they're expecting exchanges. And as long as you don't go in being like, I want my money back for this, they're not going to give you money back, but they'll give you store credit or some kind of exchange for sure.
Do that. Okay. What do you think? Did you get anything for Christmas that you're like, oh, Susan got me a coat. I didn't need a coat. Because I've been telling you guys for a couple of years, I want a ridiculous fake faux fur coat.
Yeah, you did.
She will not get me one. So she got me one with a fur-lined hood.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
that's it.
This is
she's getting there.
No, it's
maybe
not even
next year
close.
you'll get the full fur.
It's kind of like when you were a kid and you wanted like a Tickle Me Elmo.
Ooh, nice.
And your mom got some kind of knockoff that wasn't even close.
It's just a red stuffed bear or something.
It's close enough. You can tickle him all you want to. So I said, no, take it back. And she was fine with it. She's not hurt. She's like, oh, well, if you're not going to wear it, then I'll take it back. So people are on this Vaughn is causing way too much drama out
already.
Of a sweatsuit that doesn't fit right. Let's talk to Bill. Bill, what do you want to say to Vaughn about bitching about this sweatsuit that doesn't work right, doesn't fit right?
Today's society, 23-year-old, be an adult, call your aunt, tell her thank you, maybe even write her a thank you card. Let's go old school. But call her and say, hey, unfortunately, this doesn't fit. I would like to know where you got it. I enjoy it. I would like to wear it. It's going to match 15 pairs of shoes. Be an adult.
Tell him,
so
Bill.
mad at me.
Come on, Bill.
I
we
did-
need that Bill energy today.
No, I said thank you to my aunt. She knows I'm grateful because I'm very grateful. I love the sweatsuit. I'm upset because I want to wear it.
Different size. It's not that hard.
Go, Bill. I want more Bill energy on. Yeah. Did you just say the S word?
I think dump. Yeah, hit that dump. We can't be starting 2025 off like that.
I'm glad that it's kind of like Vaughn is looking for validation.
Piss everybody off.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even. This isn't even Vaughn Stirs the Pod. I just needed advice. I didn't say that I didn't want the sweatsuit. I'm just trying to figure out what do I do now. That was it. I'm grateful for the gift. It's just, why would you get me something like a 2XL? I clearly don't fit a 2XL.
Maybe she thinks you're bigger than you are.
You look fat in pictures.
Right. That's what it is.
Don't.
Bill, anything else you want to add?
I think he hung up.
Oh, did he?
He's gone.
I like
He's
Bill.
tired of
He's
me.
cool. I want to have Bill on the show more often in 2025.
Gosh, just berate me. Put him on every time we do.
A little personal, honestly.
Right.
Do you owe Bill? Do you owe Bill
my
money?
aunt's husband or something.
Lord. Funny. All right. It is KDWB. Lots to catch up on. What are we talking about today, Bailey?
Well, I saw an article that was talking about unstructured hangouts and that they're a lost art and that we need to bring them
What does
back.
that even mean?
It means doing nothing with like your friends and your family that's really, really good for you. And we need to do it again because all of this time that we are spending, going from one day to the next, it's all like go, go, go lifestyle. We have smartphones. We're very individualistic. We'll be like, I'm on my own time. But unstructured hangs include things like neighbors dropping by each other's homes, children playing outside together, coworkers connecting over the water cooler. And now everything really like revolves around a very specific activity. You're out of the house, you like put it into your planner, you Tetris everything together, specific start and end time. And then once you're like over that, you're like, oh gosh, I've been doing so much. Go, go, go. You go home and you say, okay, self-care for me. And you just lay in bed on your phone and do like a bed rut and call it self-care. But it's really not good for you because then you're lonely. And so what you should do, what this article says, is that you should be relaxing with your loved ones to fill your cup instead and make you feel less lonely.
So don't necessarily plan anything. Don't say, hey, we're going to go do ABC.
Right.
Just going to hang out together and see what happens.
Yeah. I always think of it like, Dave, did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Of course.
Yeah. So in Seinfeld, they would be like standing in line at the laundromat together, just like chatting.
Yeah.
Or they would go like to get sandwiches together and just sit and talk and be like, oh, I have to run this errand. Do you want to come? And then they would just go run errands together. And that's kind of what this article was talking about, is that you should have like these hangout times where you're just like standing around chatting with each other, or you're going to, I don't know, accomplish an errand rather than doing everything by yourself, or setting up all of your friend time as specific structured events.
Okay, I kind of get it. So I would call maybe my friend Wendy and say, hey, I'm going to go to the mall. I got to pick up some, I don't know, tube socks.
Yeah.
Do you want to come along with?
Yeah, do you want to come? And then we can hang out and catch up. Or like, I'm going to go on this walk. Yeah, you could go alone. And I mean, sometimes you want to be alone. That's totally fine. But like, why not just like, hey, Jackie, I'm going to go on a walk. Do you want to go? You got a dog? Let's walk our dogs together, and just kind of like hang out that way.
Do you think that people like you, if I invited the three of you over to the house and said, hey, we're just going to hang out for a while, you'd sit down, within 3 minutes, everybody would have their phones out, ignoring each other.
Though the article also talked about that, where like, yes, you might all be on your phone, but you're still together. So you can still like chat as you're on your phone, unless like you're just sitting in a room and everyone's on their phone silent. That's not going to help. But like, it was talking about like, think about times in your past, like in your childhood, things that you really remember as having like a good time. Like you remember hanging out in the backyard with your friends and like playing. You remember like going to your aunt's house and just like everyone chatting and laughing at each other or whatever. You didn't have any like structure with those like huge memories necessarily. I mean, you might have other memories that are structured, but the whole idea of unstructured hangs needs to make a comeback.
I like it.
I think that's cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still want, and I know I don't want you guys to feel obligated, but I would like Andrew and Jenny and you and Tripp and Vaunt and Alyssa to all come over to the house and play Jackbox Trivia.
I think that sounds fun.
I really think it sounds fun. But look at the sour look on Jenny's
Jenny
face.
doesn't like
the second that I bring it up, this sour old hen over here. You look positive about it. Vaunt would come. Jenny is already, her eyes are rolling up to her right as she thinks of an excuse not to come.
I am not a game night, game day, whatever it is.
Are you a hang with your friends kind of a person?
Yeah, but I have other friends that I have plans with a lot of times, so I don't have.
Already.
She's going against the article.
Like, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not a game night person. I told you this before. You asking me to come to a game night is similar to me asking you to come over to do an intense workout. You wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to come play games.
I don't even think that's true. I don't know if you posted it or maybe I was stalking you recently, and I saw you and Andrew doing games, and Andrew was looking at you like, geez, somebody tell her to sit down. I might have been stalking your Instagram. I'll be transparent. But you do games all the time, Jenny.
It was when I went to look for the pickle at Christmas.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yourself into the tree.
Yeah, I almost took my niece out.
See, excuses, Jennifer.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm competitive in like quick little things like that,
I feel like here's the real tea. Dave wants us all to come over to play this Jackbox game, but really, he just wants Jenny and Andrew to come over, and because they won't, he won't actually invite you or me, Vaughn.
If you throw
That's
a Mario
the real
Party,
tea.
I'll be there for
There's
sure.
something to that.
You
No.
just want Andrew and Jenny to be there. And then we're invited too because you can't just invite Jenny and Andrew. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Bailey. It is KDWB. On the Dave Ryan Show on the iHeartRadio app. Check it out. There's some new features on there I think you're going to like. If you've already got it, open it up again and see what you like on the new iHeartRadio app. There's something that we kind of, if you've got any access to ChatGPT, there is something that's kind of trending that is supposed to improve your life in 2025 via AI. So Bailey did a little research. You found this on TikTok.
Yeah.
And we all kind of did this a minute ago. So give us, and you might want to go back and listen to the podcast again on this one so you can follow the steps, because right now you're busy, you're doing things, but maybe later today, go back and listen on the podcast on the iHeartRadio app of this hour, the 8 o'clock hour, where it gives you instructions on what to ask ChatGPT to improve your year.
Yeah, so if you don't know what to make for your resolution, it's going to kind of make it for you. So what you do on ChatGPT, and I can potentially repost this TikTok as well because there's a lot of steps, but we just simplified it a little bit for you. So what you do is type into ChatGPT these words. I want to create a goal for 2025. Guide me through this process by asking me 5 questions, one by one. And by the 5th question, tell me what my goal should be.
Now, I like that because it basically says, ask me 5 questions. I will answer them. And then ChatGPT will come up with what your goal should be and how to do it.
Right. Yeah. And they'll ask you like a very broad questions, and then you have to answer them as specifically as you can. And then once they have all of this list of the goals that you might have, then you ask ChatGPT, what would I need to do every day to get there? And then it gives you kind of like a schedule for your day and for your week. So it gives you like a daily action, a weekly action, and even on the daily routine, it has morning, midday, and afternoon midday and evening, so that you can figure out exactly what it is, like step by step, to accomplish your goals for 2025 / your resolutions for 2025.
Now, I did mine, and it's kind of boring to hear me talk about it, but it did come up with this. It said to achieve your goal of cultivating a greater sense of purpose and inner peace, because that's what I randomly came up with, a greater sense of purpose and inner peace. By the end of the year, here are some actionable steps you can take. And it goes through each one, and it actually looks pretty doable.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
What's nice is that it tells you exactly what you need to do. So instead, because I wrote that, like, I want to kind of learn more about financial independence and investing and everything, and just kind of taking that as a whole is really daunting, but then they give you exactly what you need to do daily in order to make it less daunting. So they're like, oh, you can spend 30 minutes doing this or whatever that you need to learn to. So what was your
you want a financial
independence and learn about investing so that I can, make money.
Crypto, baby.
Crypto, something like that.
NFT.
Yeah, but it tells like daily, start reviewing your budget and tracking expenses for at least 10 to 15 minutes a day. And then weekly, set aside a block of time to research investment opportunities, check in on your portfolio once you've set things up, blah, blah, blah. That kind of stuff.
Crypto. Jenny, what do you want to do? What would you ask ChatGPT for help with?
Mine was all about like career and just like side things that I do and how to like advance with my website, how to advance more in my career and stuff. So my daily habits are like writing down 3 tasks for the day that are high impact activities. So you spend 5 minutes doing that, and just like a lot of research stuff. And all of it seems pretty simple, but like when you think about it, you're like, oh, I could sit down for 10 minutes every day. That's not a big deal. But then you don't.
Yes.
But that's exactly the problem.
You don't.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I can do this for 10 minutes a day.
Right.
But then by day number 5, you don't. Did you know, sidebar, a week from tomorrow is what they call Quitting Friday. Do you know what Quitting Friday is?
It's when you give up on your resolution?
100%, yes. That is when you make your New Year's resolution, and about 9 days later, Quitting Friday.
Such a shame that there's a day for that. Like, they're like, this is the average of the world.
Vaughn, what would you want ChatGPT to help you do this year?
I want to go to Puerto Rico, and this is a couple of things for me because I'm not the best at saving money. So I asked, like, how could it help me save money and just plan for that to happen? And in the end, it broke down, 1, set a daily savings target for how much I'm going to send daily and then by paycheck and then like monthly or whatever. Do research. It literally says dedicate 15 to 20 minutes each day on TikTok to look up things to do, accommodations and all that stuff in Puerto Rico. And then it says plan your meals and budget, because I put in there that I want to have some authentic Puerto Rican cuisine. And so it says if eating out often is a part of your spending, plan meals at home, which I guess I can't. And then prepare simple, cost-effective meals to set aside extra savings on your trip, which I'm excited for because I want to travel so much more. We always talk about Jenny and her multitude of trips, and I aspire to be like you, Jennifer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really good at saving money, so that's why.
Oh, yes, that too.
I was going to say I'm like very good at money, and I also like keep my trips very frugal. I took a note of every single dollar we spent on this last trip to try to analyze our trips a little bit better.
That's impressive. Okay. If you miss this, basically you're using ChatGPT to figure out what you can do better this year. Yeah. It'll ask you questions, and then it'll tell you what to do to make everything better. There's a whole process to it. If you want to hear it, Jenny or Bailey's going to post it probably.
Yeah, I can repost it. I'll send it to you, Vaughn.
On Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah, on our Instagram stories. I'll just repost the TikTok. It's like going super viral on TikTok right now. But the prompt that you write in is, I want to create a goal for 2025. Guide me through this process by asking me 5 questions, one by one. And by the 5th question, tell me what my goal should be. Okay. And then you ask, what do I need to do every day to get there?
It's actually kind of cool. We'll be right back on KDWB with Talkback Tuesday. Leave us a talkback. What are you not going to do in 2025? Maybe you did it too much last year. A talkback is basically on the iHeartRadio app. You tap the red microphone button, and you got 30 seconds to leave us a voicemail that will go right to the radio station. We'll play it back on the radio. What are you not going to do in 2025? Me? Swinging. Not going to do it.
On a playground?
No, swinging, because I can stick to that. That's something I can stick to.
Good for you, David.
Yeah, but you're saying I'm not going to do that. You already knew you weren't going to do that.
It's something I can stick to.
No, that's a bad one.
Meth.
No, you weren't going to do that in the first place.
He doesn't know.
No.
You can be tempted.
I get invited to swingers parties almost every day.
Do
I
you
get invited
really?
to a
Almost
swingers
every day,
party.
David?
Almost every day. I almost got invited on Sunday.
Yeah.
I almost got invited Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost got invited Tuesday.
Stupid.
Back. KDWB.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
What's up? It's Jenny back with your weather forecast today. Going to be chilly, partly sunny, a high of 21, and getting even colder over the weekend. It's going to be partly sunny tomorrow, a high of 13.
This report is sponsored by Blaze Credit Union. Looking for a local company that is thoughtfully compassionate when it comes to helping with your finances? Trust Blaze Credit Union for all your financial needs. Head to blazecu.com to learn more. Insured by NCUA.
It's that time of year, time to tour and apply for colleges. And I remember when seeking out schools, I immediately knew the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University was the one for me. The biggest thing that stood out to me was the inclusive culture on both campuses. The diversity of voice and thought is truly celebrated, which means so much to me as a Black and Puerto Rican man. From their intimate class sizes to the really dope game days and campus events, you really feel at home at St. Ben's and St. John's. Take a look at the different majors and minors they offer at csbsju.edu. You can start the application process. That's csbsju.edu.
Using a Clorox disinfecting wipe on your coffee table this cold and flu season feels like... It feels like being bold enough to laugh your weird laugh in front of everyone.
That was a good one.
With Clorox, clean feels confident. Clean feels good. Use as directed on hard, non-porous surfaces.
Hey, it's going to be a new year. It's also new Livia. Livia is taking weight loss to the next level. It's the same trusted team of registered dietitians and nutritionists and registered nurses. And now they offer even more tools for success. This is really exciting, including the latest in GLP-1 medications for qualifying patients. And at Livia Weight Control Centers, they just do weight loss differently because everybody's needs are unique. Their you-centric approach at Livia means a personalized, comprehensive nutrition and lifestyle plan created just for you. No cookie-cutter programs at Livia. They helped me out with a unique program for me. I lost the 20 pounds. I've kept it off. I've had more energy. I feel a whole lot better. And you can join today and get 25% off Livia's award-winning program. Trust the local experts that have been helping clients lose weight and keep it off for over 15 years. 9 convenient locations. There's never been a better time to start. Go to Livia.com or 855-GO-LIVIA for your free consultation.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Selling your house in the winter is easy with a guaranteed cash offer from Chris Lindahl Real Estate. There are no showings, no repairs, and you can leave everything you don't want behind. It's truly as is. The guaranteed cash offer is the fastest way to sell your house. There are no commissions and no closing costs. Find out what your offer would be today by calling 763-401-SOLD or visit chrislindahl.com. That's chrislindahl.com and start packing.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating.
Keep celebrating when you bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Where can you kick off the new year with big savings on gig speed? Only with Xfinity, now through January 16th. Get gig internet at home for $25 a month for 1 year when you add an unlimited mobile line, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Act fast today and save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon in your first year. Plus, hurry and take advantage because right now you can also get a free 5G phone with trade-in. So save big and stay connected to what you love with fast gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about gig speeds and big savings. Don't wait and get gig speed internet. Spend less green and switch to Xfinity. Go to Xfinity.com/gig savings to learn more. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment taxes and fees extra. $40 internet discount applied to mobile bill. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Welcome Line and AT&T Fiber Gig Plus 1 Unlimited Starter Line. Xfinity internet required. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
Get your favorite produce at Whole Foods Market. Get large Hass avocados for $1.79 each with Prime through January 7th. Mashed or sliced, it's a must-have addition to sandwiches, salads, burrito bowls, and more. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Minnesota. The truth is, yes, COVID's still here. And yes, like the flu, it can make you seriously ill. So, yes, the latest vaccines are the way to go. And yes, you need them, even if you had COVID already. And yes, you can get them from your doctor or pharmacy. So yes, make an appointment for the whole family even. And yes, insurance should still cover it. And there are free options if you need them. So, should you ask your clinic or pharmacy about COVID and flu shots? Yes.
From the 612 Injured Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have no accidents at this time. We've got a delay on Highway 101 southbound from 141st Avenue to 94. 94 has construction westbound from Mounds to Highway 52 on the right shoulder till this May. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Sun Country Airlines. Need a warm winter weather escape? Sun Country Airlines have you covered with low fares to Florida, Arizona, Mexico, the Caribbean, and more. The low fares come with a great experience. Enjoy direct flights from MSP's Terminal 2. Plan your trip and book your flights at suncountry.com. Get to going.
Jenny Garth, Jana Kramer, Amy Robach, and TJ Holmes bring you I Do Part 2.
As they say, those that cannot do, teach. Actually, I think I finally got it right. So take the failures I've had, the second or even third or whatever, maybe the fourth time around.
If you're ready to dive back into the dating pool and find lasting love, finally, we want to help.
Listen to I Do Part 2 on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search I Do Part 2 and start listening.
Worldwide on the iHeartRadio app. The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
Talkback Tuesday. What do you not want to do in 2025? Maybe it's going to be like, I do not want to be in a relationship. Maybe you need a break from a relationship. Maybe I don't want to see my mother in 2025. Maybe she is a toxic person and you're like, yep, I do not want to see her in 2025. What do you not want to do? Bailey, anything come to mind that you don't want to do?
I think I saw other people posting this, and I think I agree that I do not want to buy more clothes in 2025.
Ooh, good one.
So good luck to me.
Jenny, what do you not want to do?
I would say I don't want to complain the moment a thought comes to my head. I want to think about it for a second and not just like immediately go to Andrew and be like bitching to him, because sometimes it's just not that big of a deal. And then the person who has to hear you complain all the time gets exhausted eventually. You know what I mean?
Okay. Vaughn, what do you not want to do in 2025?
Overthink. I am a professional overthinker. Dave could text me and just say, hey, and I'll be like, Dave never texts me. Was there a period after hey? What if he said hello instead of hey? Am I in trouble? Oh, I do that a lot. So I need to quit that in this year.
What do you want to not do in 2025? Use the Talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app, and maybe you can share yours and maybe inspire somebody. By the way, we're on live video right now on YouTube, Dave Ryan Show, or Dave Ryan TV on YouTube. Just open up YouTube and then look for Dave Ryan KDWB. What do you not want to do on the Talkback feature?
In 2025, I am done playing bar bingo and pull tabs, the cardboard craft. I've lost too much money in the last 2 weeks playing that stuff. Also, quitting energy drinks. Happy New Year. Bye.
Okay.
Smart.
All right. What do you not want to do?
In 2025, I am going to try to stop letting people steal my peace. I am going to set and maintain boundaries to keep my own sanity. Keyword try, because I am a Minnesota-raised people pleaser.
It is a thing. Erica from Chanhassen, what do you not want to do in 2025?
Hi, this is Erica in Chanhassen. Something I plan to do a lot less of, and absolutely none of, actually, is drinking. I feel like a lot of people will say that, but it's true in my case. I completely went off the rails in 2024. I experienced an extremely difficult breakup, and that's how I decided to deal with it. However, I have been sober since November 19th and continue to be that way.
Hey, good
nice.
for
Good for
you.
you, Erica.
I know somebody who used to drink. Listen to this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The average woman, probably 45, 50 years old, drank a 12-pack of beer a night.
A night? That's so expensive, too.
A 12-pack of beer a night.
Wow.
And
that's bad for you. That and smoking. Don't do it, you guys.
And she now has not had a drink in like 450 days.
Wow, nice.
So she had quit several times.
And now she has a ton of money now because she saved so much.
I mean, there's definitely some savings in there.
Yeah. Wow.
What do you not want to do in 2025?
In 2025, I'm not going to be bitter about other people being able to afford things that I cannot. Because I currently see people with all of their money and buying cool stuff, and I'm just like, oh, must be rough. I'm going to try to not do that. I'm going to be happy for people in 2025.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck. That's a hard one.
That is a hard one. Because it's envy, too, part of it.
Yeah, but also sometimes those people are putting themselves in debt to do what they're doing.
Very
so you
true.
have to remember that as well.
That's what I tell myself every time I drive along the shores of beautiful Lake Minnetonka. It's like, they're broke.
Yeah, they are.
They're
broke.
Yeah, they got a $3 million house. They're broke. They can't even afford to buy gas. All right. Let us know if you got to talk back on the iHeartRadio app. Let us know what you're not going to do in 2025. What do you want to do to waste more time on your phone? Don't worry. I have found the best top Apple Store games for you to download and enjoy in 2025. So you can go back on your promise to spend less time on your phone. I will get you the best-selling, best downloaded, most popular games on your App Store for 2025 coming up next on KDWB.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
Cold weather in the forecast for the foreseeable future. It's going to be partly sunny with a high of 21 today. Tomorrow dropping down a bit, partly sunny, a high of 13.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Are you an oblivious person hogging the sidewalk like a large dying snail? Do people stuck behind you ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should go to Mattress Firm. They have tons of quality beds at every price. So anyone, even people like you, can sleep. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
If you've been injured, call my good friend Russell from Nicolay Law, and him and his team will handle the rest. At Nicolay, of course, they love to win cases, but they're committed to serving people, not just winning. They have offices throughout Minnesota and Wisconsin. And one of my favorite parts, free consultations and no upfront charges. When you need to win, get the beard. Find out more information on their website, nicolaylaw.com, or give them a call. They answer 24/7. Their phone number is 1-855-NICOLAY. That's 1-855-NICOLET.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text THRIVE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text THRIVE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text THRIVE to 200-300. That's THRIVE to 200-300. THRIVE to 200-300.
You can save money on your carpet cleaning by doing it yourself and getting bad results with that rug monster that they rent down at the grocery store, or you can save some real money and get zero res quality results. Check this out. For the month of January, Zero Res is doing their biggest and best sale of the year, 24% off all services. That's everything from carpet cleaning to air duct cleaning to your dryer vent, all of those things. Zero Res doing it during the month of January for 24% off of everything. I've been using Zero Res for years because I'm accident prone and I spill things and stains get on the carpet. I got a cat and a dog. You got kids or a partner, or you just live life on your carpet, which we all do. Your carpet needs and will love Zero Res. Don't try to do it yourself. Save money a better way. 24% off. 952-ZERO-RES or ZeroResMinnesota.com.
2025 has begun. Are you ready to fill this year with new friendships, thrilling experiences, and endless fun? Well, join Events and Adventures, the social club for singles looking to connect and create lasting memories together. From karaoke to bonfires to hibachi and international adventures, you'll have countless opportunities to meet new friends and even find that special someone. It's time you live a life you love and make 2025 your best year yet with Events and Adventures. Visit eventsandadventures.com today to get started. Events and Adventures has been bringing singles together one adventure at a time for over 30 years. We host 30 awesome events for our singles each month to upgrade their social life and help them live a life they love and even find love along the way. Our singles enjoy trivia nights, mountain biking, and international trips like Easter Island and Belize, to name a few. Join our vibrant community of singles and open the door to new connections, thrilling experiences, and endless possibilities. Visit eventsandadventures.com today to get started.
Back
huge savings on your painting project at Menards. With over 100 years of paint experience, Dutch Boy is the perfect choice for your painting projects. Give your space the platinum treatment with Platinum Plus interior paint. It's a premium paint and primer in one with amazing stain resistance that gives your space a long-lasting finish. Check out Mapped Blue, Dutch Boy's color of the year. Plus, get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. See store for complete details.
Save big money at Menards.
Enroll in Farm Bureau Financial Services Driveology, and you'll instantly save 10% on your auto insurance premium. Over time, your safe driving habits could earn you even bigger savings, up to 50%. Learn more and start saving with Driveology at fbfs.com/save. 10% savings applied at enrollment for select coverages. Future savings based on individual driving behaviors and varies by coverages selected. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you, all of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Keith is a be in the room with real people kind of learner. So he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay, class. Vos está pronto.
Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
From the 612 Injured Traffic Center.
Good morning. On 94 eastbound on the exit ramp to 53rd Avenue, we've got a stall partially blocking the ramp. There's a stall 494 eastbound at Highway 5 on the right shoulder. Report of an accident 35W southbound at Hennepin, and an accident Highway 7 eastbound at Main Street. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4.
Things to do to waste time on your phone. So rather than just scrolling through Instagram, here are some big games that you might want to download. Biggest of the free games downloaded for your phone last year in the Apple Store. Block Blast, Monopoly Go, Roblox, Call of Duty, Warzone Mobile, Township, Last War Survival, Royal Match. I get ads for that one once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like an animated king.
Is Farmville on that list? Or
no. Farmville didn't make it on there this year.
That's
Surprising,
weird.
yeah.
Okay.
Brawl Stars, Subway Surfers, and My Perfect Hotel, which sounds
I always
kinda
just see
cool.
people playing Candy Crush on their phone. That's like the one thing anytime I'm at a play and someone's on their phone right until the lights go down, it's because they're playing Candy Crush with the full brightness.
Is that still a thing? Candy
Yeah.
Crush? I mean, it must be.
I have never played games on my phone. The only one was Trivia Crack.
Oh, yes.
I remember
that one,
that.
Trivia
Yeah.
Crack.
Only game I
Good
ever
times.
played. But didn't you have to play it against someone, or could you just play with random people?
I think you played with random people.
Yeah, random. Because I would play against Andrew, so I feel like it was just determined if we were together, then we'd play. But I
Right.
didn't play it all the time. But that's like the only game I've ever played on my phone.
That just like came back to me like That's
It
So
was
Raven.
so good.
Like, whoa, blast from the past. That and the Kim Kardashian game, I played that too.
I played a lot of
loved it.
Match 3D, which Match 3D is super addictive and so simple. And if I were to get out right now, and I think I deleted it from my phone, but I'd start playing. I could probably play for 2 or 3 hours.
Is that the one you started during COVID?
I think so, yeah.
Right?
And
So
Susan and
bored.
I would play Match 3D during COVID for like hours. And I caught her playing it the other day. I'm like, oh, so you're pretty busy then, huh? Top food trends in 2025, according to experts at the Institute of Culinary Education. Here are the 6 ingredients that'll be trending in 2025. Number 1, seaweed. Seaweed.
Oh, Lord.
With a rise in plant-based eating, seaweed and other sea vegetables will be popular in 2025. Sourdough.
That
Sourdough
was
starter.
popular in 2020 when
Yeah.
everybody was making their own sourdough
I think
starters.
you're right, yeah. Sourdough starter, not just for bread. Expected to see it in everything from pancakes to pasta. Tamarind, I never heard of that one.
That's a spice.
You know, it's a sweet, tart fruit.
Oh, what am
you're
I
thinking
thinking
tamarind?
of?
Turmeric.
Oh,
Turmeric. Yeah.
Never mind.
That'll be in everything from chutneys to cocktails, tea, and not just a drink. Look for it in both sweet and savory dishes. Peppers, From sweet to spicy, peppers will flavor a lot of dishes in 2025. And ube.
Ooh, yes.
Have you heard of it?
It's a Filipino. It's like that purple stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
so
type
good.
of purple yam indigenous to the Philippines. Its sweetness and starchiness make it perfect for a variety of desserts.
It's a weird flavor, though. So, like, if somebody said, what does ube taste like? I couldn't describe it because it tastes like ube.
Tastes like ube.
Like think molasses. Like, you can't describe the taste of molasses. It tastes like molasses. So you would just have to try it.
I feel like you could a little bit with molasses. Couldn't you say kind of cinnamony or not? Oh, you're right.
See?
Maybe not.
See, it tastes
Maybe
like molasses. Same with ube. Go
Okay,
try
good
it.
to-
Try
good to know.
something new in 2025, you guys.
No.
No.
I don't want to. All right. That is it for you. You can't make this stuff up. Check us out on the iHeartRadio app, new and improved iHeartRadio app. If you don't believe me, open it up and see what some of the differences are. It's kind of cool. We'll do Dave's Dirt coming up next on KDWB. So we go to church on Christmas Eve, and it did not go the way we thought it would go.
Mm-hmm.
So we're what they call Creasters, where we go on Christmas and Easter.
And that's it. That's it.
And we go to Woodside. Woodside is what it's
You
called.
don't even know the name of your
I think
church,
it's
David?
Woodside. I think it's Woodside. It's over in Chanhassen.
Okay.
So it's a big mega church, and they do a delightful job. And so we go every Christmas Eve to Christmas Eve services.
Do you go to the early one or the late one?
We went to the 5 o'clock one.
Okay.
Now they have several during the day. It's a mega church, and you don't have to, but you should make a reservation.
Oh, a reservation for church?
Correctamundo.
What?
So we go online, we make a reservation for the 5 p.m. services. Now, when we get there, we go to the main sanctuary, and there's a woman there handing out the program. And she goes, I don't think there's enough seats in here that are together. So you can look around, but I don't think there's enough seats for the 3 of you. So we looked around really quick, and sure enough, there were not 3 seats together.
Oh.
So we had to sit in the standby sanctuary.
That you get like everything through a feed?
Yes.
Oh, no.
There was
Really?
there was no live music. There was no live sermon. There was no live anything.
I would have left.
They did take a live collection.
Yeah, of course.
I know that's right.
Mind? I mean, come on. They're
Well,
doing
of
the
course.
Lord's work. You
Yeah.
give them a little money.
Sure.
They're feeding hungry people. Bailey, give the church some money.
I just can't believe that it was that packed and you made a reservation. Weren't they checking people in?
Well,
Like,
no,
what
and I don't think, and I'm not faulting them because we
Sure.
like the church or whatever.
Okay.
And Pastor Joel shout out, he's a big fan of the show. I
Well,
don't know that. I don't think he's ever listened yet.
I thought you were
He's-
warning me, like,
No.
stop saying mean things.
No, he's probably never listened to the show.
Okay.
But I can't imagine them, when you're walking into the main sanctuary where the people would be like, oh, yeah, what's your name? Did we see you have a reservation? Oh, I'm sorry. We can't seat you today because it's not like you're going to, I don't
Applebee's.
know, Applebee's.
Well, that's why it's so wild to me that they even took reservations in the first place.
I think they were trying to get a head count.
Huh.
So we go into the other sanctuary, and it's like maybe 1/10 full, so it doesn't have that churchy, Christmassy vibe. It's
Yeah.
kind of like dead in there.
You get like
And-
people picking their nose, coughing in the corner, and then it's
Exactly.
you.
And then there was somebody came up and he said, hey, you know what? Thanks for being here. But we don't have any room in the main sanctuary, but everything that happens in there is going to happen on the video screen.
Gosh.
So they have a big kick-ass concert with a full band, and we saw it on video.
That's so depressing.
Yeah.
I
Then-
would have left, I think.
That's what Carson wanted to do. Carson's like, let's go. And I said, no, we're going to make the most of this. So we hung out, and it wasn't that bad. Carson still, he's like, had his arms crossed the whole time, like he's just mad. But it was okay. It was just kind of like, it didn't go the way we wanted it
Well,
to go.
see, me and my mom planned for this because we go to Christmas service every Easter as well, and we go to the late night one, the candlelight service, and we got there balls early, like way too early. Where
Is that
we
a
were
metric term?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, balls early. We were there way too early. We were like the first people in the sanctuary, but we were like, we want to get good seats. We want to make sure we have seats because it does fill up for Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And now it's a tradition that I get to read scripture every year on Christmas Eve because I am the sweetheart of the church. And I got the best scripture. I got the there's no room at the inn part. And that is the scripture of Christmas is that, they came to you had to have their baby in the manger in the barn because there was no room in the inn.
Yeah.
Did you read it like that?
I read it just like that. Yep. I'm good
I
at
love that.
scripture. I like take notes in the little program. So make sure that I pause correctly and that I know how to pronounce everybody's names. All of that.
Nazareth.
Yeah.
Nazareth.
There's some wild names in the Bible, but
Deuteronomy.
I was really good at it. So I got the best part. No big deal.
Pastor Catherine is on the phone.
Oh, hey.
Let me call her really quick. Can I
Okay.
call her?
What, do you have her number?
Yeah, I got her
Oh,
number.
okay, yeah, call her. Give her a call.
I'm going to call you, Pastor Catherine. Hold on one second.
Yeah, keep going. A lot of times we'll do little quizzes with Pastor Catherine
Yeah.
around the holiday time, and I think we did one at Easter last year. We'll have to do it again this year. I think I got a 0%. I don't remember anything I learned in Sunday
Wow.
school,
Me
and I
neither.
went every day, every Sunday
Wow.
up until.
Oh, I mean, I did too, but I don't remember anything from school. I just remember from going to church occasionally.
But I also went to church every Sunday until I was probably like 15 or 16, and
Maybe you should go back, Jenny.
Well,
Get some religious music out, will you, Jenny?
oh yeah, let me see what I can find.
Should I sing?
No.
Holy.
Hello.
What's your favorite hymn, Pastor Catherine?
Oh, goodness. There are so many, Dave. I mean, I just don't even know where to start. How about you? You go first. You tell me.
I already know yours.
All hail the
Oh.
power of Jesus' name, who angels
Wow.
prostrate fall in the royal. Do you know that one?
I do.
It's
I wouldn't say it's the first one that rolls off the tip of my tongue. but-
It's a jam, Pastor Catherine. So when I went to church on Christmas Eve and I'd made a reservation and I walked into the main sanctuary and they said, "Get out, there's no room."
There's no room.
Who should I have put up a fuss or should I just shut up?
Oh, no, I could totally see you putting up a fuss. But, I mean, at the same time, if you went to church more often, maybe you'd get a seat in the sanctuary.
Yeah. You only go twice, Dave? And you showed up right when it started at 5?
Pastor Catherine, are you a pastor that actually leads a congregation or are you just a pastor by name?
I am indeed a pastor that leads the congregation, yes.
Now, see, I ask that out of pure respect because there's a lot of pastors that are pastor by, I think a pastor is a title, kind of like president, right?
I don't.
Not necessarily. I mean, you could, kind of like, doctor and things like that. But, we're the Presbyterian Church USA, so we usually go with Reverend, being even more official. But Pastor Catherine is kind of like saying, kind of like the more familiar name.
Okay, gotcha. What did you talk about on Christmas Eve? Did you do a Christmas Eve service? By the way, this is the worst organ music ever. It sounds like it's from a horror movie.
And
this is not religious.
I'm
piece.
waiting for
This
it
is
to
awful.
fade so we can go into the actual bed I would like to play.
Okay.
You put me on the spot trying to get church music out. It's not that easy.
There we go. This is better.
What was your
Jenny, your sins are forgiven.
Thank you.
As one of my friends said, the story really hasn't changed in the last 2,000 years. So basically, Jesus was born, and he's here now.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas.
You know what the angels said? They said, "Do not be afraid." That's what they said.
At the end of the day, they don't come to hear me.
They come to sing the songs, right?
Yeah.
They come to sing the songs, and they come because they have to check the box that they went to church on Christmas Eve.
Well, that's what we do, yeah.
That's what you do, Dave.
You know what our sermon was all about? Pastor Catherine was from Pastor Joel. He said that it was amazing. He says that when God sent, like, Jesus, he could have sent, like, some big famous guy that's really good looking that wore, like, shiny clothes and things like that.
Yeah.
But instead he sent a baby because we are not supposed to fear God.
Yeah, we don't
because
fear
we
babies.
we don't fear a baby, so he sent a baby.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good message. What do you think?
It sounds good to me.
Okay,
Sounds good to me.
Checks out.
For next year.
I was going to say, she's going to use that. That's new material for her.
Writing that one down.
Pastor Catherine, God bless you. Thanks for being on. I can't believe that you listen from 5 states away to this pathetic radio show, but here you are. Thank you,
It is
Pastor
a few more than 5 states, but I'll give it to you.
Nice.
North Carolina?
Absolutely.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
And I will be cheering on the Gophers in Charlotte tomorrow night.
Yay!
Go.
You Gophers.
Go, you
Thank you,
Gophers.
Pastor Catherine.
Go Gophers. Happy New Year, guys.
Bye. Happy New Year. It always surprises me that she listens so
I know.
religiously.
Hey.
All right. Let's do Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
Covering celebrity news from Hollywood to parts of White Bear Lake. Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
I think that we were all surprised. By the way, Dirt is brought to you once again by Nicolay Law Offices, of the whole Blake Lively thing, because nobody knows who to believe. But I think we're all kind of going, well, they both seem like kind of spoiled Hollywood elite jerks in this one.
I feel like they're both coming out bad on both sides.
I think it was a mix of both. A lot of people were on Blake Lively's side at first, and still are. But then Justin Baldoni fired back with a lawsuit and then receipts and stuff. So they're like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's
Blake
hard
also
to pick a
has
side.
receipts, so that's why it's like I just think it has to play out a little bit more until we find if either of them were a little more in the wrong, is what it comes down to.
Tell me about the Andy Cohen, Anderson Cooper, the exchange.
They always host, the New Year's Eve show or a New Year's Eve show, and they'll have random artists on or interviews or whatever. And they were talking to Diplo, who was in, I don't know, a different country or state or something. And Andy asked him a question, and Diplo answered honestly, and I'm kind of shocked by it.
What's the most conventional place that you've done LSD?
Right now?
Right now?
Just on the helicopter on the
Oh
way
my
in.
God.
Yeah.
Please? Oh my God. Hold on. Please tell me.
I'm not even lying.
You're tripping right now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wow.
But it's like a light.
Okay.
It's like a light trip.
A light trip.
This was live on CNN. Can you imagine?
No.
CNN was probably like, God, cut the commercial, get him off.
Cut.
Rihanna revealed on New Year's Eve that she spent the entire year alcohol-free. She said, y'all, I didn't drink all year. What do they call it? A damp January? Is that what they decided to call it?
Yeah, that's when you pull back a little bit.
Pull back a little bit, yeah. So maybe drinking on the weekend. So if you don't want to do a dry January, then maybe you want to do a damp January.
Are you doing dry January, Dave?
I don't know that I'm going to do dry, but I'm definitely going to just give it a big break because I think that over the holidays, we'd probably drank most days over the holidays. And when I say drink, that doesn't mean you sit there with a bottle of rye in your hand like some old cowboy movie. It was like, we had a cocktail every night.
Yeah.
So
What about you, Bailey? You said you drank.
I did.
I
drank quite a bit because I had like a birthday party, I had a Christmas party, I had Christmas in general, and then New Year's Eve, I did get very intoxicated, way too intoxicated. I ended up leaving my glasses at the bar. Just a classic thing, classic move. I'm glad they held on to them for me, or else I wouldn't be able to see. But yeah.
Why did you take your glasses off if they help you see? Because they're not just for aesthetic.
Like, if I'm sitting around like a table, like right now, I'm not wearing my glasses because I'm sitting right by you guys, so I don't need them to see you. But if I was like, driving, I would need my glasses.
Oh,
so it's just like the next day, I was like, I can't see anything.
Were you with Trip on New Year's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Did he have to kind of like carry you home a little bit?
We did walk home.
Okay.
Yeah, because he lives close enough to the bar to walk home. I remember the walk home because it was cold. And I remember it was dark because there's no street lights anywhere in Dundas, Minnesota. And then I don't remember getting into the house or anything after that. So that's fun.
You know what? You've earned it a couple of times a year. Big deal.
Yeah,
no big
it's
deal.
really like only the second time this whole year that I've thrown up on a occasion for alcohol. So
I'm so proud of you that you got drunk enough to throw up. And I know that sounds weird, but I'm proud of you that you had that much fun.
I met a lot of listeners at the bar, too. People were coming up to me. They're like,
People listen to this show?
Yeah, they're like, are you Bailey from KDWB? Shout out Dean. I remember him. He was super nice. Just nice people who were like, can I get a picture? So that was fun.
No.
But then Trip makes fun of me about it. They were opening all of the pictures. Yeah. And they're like, it's Bailey.
Back in my prime, when I'd meet people out at the Loop or wherever, they'd post these pictures on Instagram, and I'm like, God, please don't meet me when I'm drunk.
Too funny. Today on the New Heights podcast, which is Travis and Jason Kelsey, their special guest today is WNBA Rookie of the Year, Caitlin Clark. So that might be worth checking out. Brangelina, their divorce has finally been finalized. I'm going to give you a couple of movie reviews and show reviews. Squid Game 2, thumbs up. If you like Squid Game 1, it starts off a little bit slow.
Did you watch the whole season already?
I got like an hour left of the last episode.
Wow.
So
I watched the first one, but I had so many nightmares from it that I don't think I'm going to put myself through it with the second
That's
one.
valid.
Yeah, because Andrew started watching it, and he was like, do you want me to wait for you? And I was like, nah, you can just do it. I don't think I'm going to watch this one.
It's pretty vicious. I mean, I stopped last night and I said to Susan, I said, I can't believe they actually came up with a game that is such a vicious concept
It's so
for a show.
creepy, too. It's just like the music, like the lack of conversation in certain areas. It's just creepy.
I will also say that I saw the German vampire movie that I can't remember the
name.
Nosferatu, which was okay.
The only thing that I've seen people complain about it, because people are mostly saying it's good, but that he has a mustache. And they're like, his mustache is so distracting. Why does he have a mustache?
The thing that I noticed about Nosferatu was the accents.
Yeah.
And so they all have accents, and it's hard to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all...
Because is it Germany? That is...
And I'm like, what did he say?
But his mustache, Dave.
Like, what is that?
Isn't it Johnny Depp's daughter is the lead?
Lily Rose Depp?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
she was decent, yeah.
Yeah, she was decent.
And then I saw the Bob Dylan sleeping pill.
A complete unknown.
A complete unknown. And it's a 2-hour movie about how Bob Dylan is a boring human.
It is not.
And that's the plot of the movie. They might as well summarize it. Here's 2.5 hours explaining in detail why Bob Dylan has never done anything interesting in his life.
How dare you? Bob Dylan is a resident or was a resident of Hibbing / Duluth, Minnesota. And you're just going to come out one of the few good things that have come out of Minnesota?
Prince, Judy Garland.
Who?
Right.
Soul Asylum.
Hello.
All right. You cannot put Soul Asylum in the same category as Prince and Judy Garland and Bob Dylan.
I just did.
My top 3 right there.
Wow.
My top 3 artists.
All right.
That's my Wrapped.
That's it. We are done with the dirt. We'll be back in a minute on KDWB. We're going to play a little game of Mind the Gap, where one generation goes against another generation to see how much you might know about the older generation or the younger generation. And then I want to tell you a story about what happened on one night during vacation. There's a mysterious happening in our house. And I was sent to investigate what happened I'll tell you the story coming up next on 101.3 KDWB. I did it. You can do it too. Change your life. Get healthier. Lose that weight with Livia Weight Control Centers. I want to introduce you to the new Livia, taking weight loss to the next level. It's the same trusted team, and now they have even more tools for more success, including the latest in GLP-1 medications for qualifying patients. They do weight loss differently, and now you can join and get 25% off Livia's award-winning program. 855-GO-LIVIA or livia.com.
Menards is the one-stop shop for huge savings on new energy-efficient appliances. Upgrade your home today and save big on top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. We carry the largest in-stock selection of home appliances starting at the lowest prices and ready to take home today. Check out our entire selection of home appliances on menards.com. Plus, get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. See store for complete details.
Save big money at Menards.
Finally.
Presets? Love it.
Just like my car.
The new and improved iHeartRadio app is finally here with new features like presets, a live radio dial, scan, and more.
This is a great update.
Don't wait. Open the free, new, and improved iHeartRadio app now.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text SAFE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text SAFE to 200-300 right now. For a link to your exclusive offer, text SAFE to 200-300. That's SAFE to 200-300. SAFE to 200-300.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson. Paid for by Action Matters. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
Attention anyone who used Depo-Provera or other prescription birth control shots. If you or a loved one used Depo-Provera and were later diagnosed with brain tumors or intracranial meningioma, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Text patient to 200-300 right now to see if you qualify. A new study has uncovered evidence linking Depo-Provera use to the development of brain tumors, and emerging lawsuits allege that manufacturers of Depo-Provera knew the risks for decades, but failed to warn people of the potential harm. If you or a loved one used Depo-Provera or other prescription birth control shots and were later diagnosed with brain tumors or intracranial meningioma, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Text patient to 200-300. Don't wait. Time to file a claim is limited. Text the word patient to 200-300. If you or a loved one developed brain tumors after using Depo-Provera, you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Text patient to 200-300. That's patient to 200-300. Patient to 200-300.
You can save money on your carpet cleaning by doing it yourself and getting bad results with that rug monster that they rent down at the grocery store, or you can save some real money and get zero res quality results. Check this out. For the month of January, Zero Res is doing their biggest and best sale of the year, 24% off all services. That's everything from carpet cleaning to air duct cleaning to your dryer vent, all of those things. Zero Res doing it during the month of January for 24% off of everything. I've been using Zero Res for years because I'm accident prone and I spill things and stains get on the carpet. I got a cat and a dog. You got kids or a partner, or you just live life on your carpet, which we all do. Your carpet needs and will love Zero Res. Don't try to do it yourself. Save money a better way. 24% off. 952-ZERO-RES or ZeroResMinnesota.com.
It's a new year. No parking spots at the health club because everyone is working on their resolutions. And we know how that usually turns out. Make this year different. Upgrade from a New Year's resolution to a New Year's renovation with Custom One. Visit CustomOneMN.com to start your project, transforming a pain point in your home into something that makes you proud. The award-winning experts at Custom One will use only the highest quality products while providing the highest level service. Visit CustomOneMN.com. Custom One. Home comes first.
Everything's a little better when it's super. Heroes, markets, sized, and of course, checks. A super check gives you an in-depth review of your current insurance coverage with a Farm Bureau financial services agent, no matter who your insurance provider is. That's super cool. Talk to a Farm Bureau agent to make sure you're properly covered at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB FM, Ridgefield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeart radio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
My prediction for you for 2025 is you're going to keep that New Year's fitness resolution and not drop off this time because you're going to have help from Snap Fitness. That's what I see for you in 2025. Snap Fitness is going to help you set realistic goals and, more importantly, stick to them like I have. 24/7 gym access and the very cool member-exclusive Snap app and an encouraging and supportive community. This is the year. It's time to feel your best. It's for the feeling. Snapfitness.com/KDWB.
Not sure what to do after a car accident? Don't stall the call. Just call 1-800-ASK-GARY. It's a free accident helpline to get you going in the right direction. Real people, free referrals, anytime, day or night. And tell them Roz sent you.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
From the 612 Injured Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays. Highway 101 southbound from 141st Avenue to 94. We've got delays 169 northbound from Highway 610 to Highway 10. Highway 7 slow westbound from 494 to Williston Road. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Follow the show on Instagram. Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Well, Happy New Year. Thanks for listening to the show. Welcome back. We appreciate it. We missed you. And you might have seen some of the stuff we did on social media. I was kind of quiet on social media.
Yeah.
I posted a couple of things here and there because I thought, take a break. Don't check email. Don't do a lot of social media. So
I wish I was more like Jenny, where I would think like, oh, I'm going to record this so that I can put together a reel later. And then I always think of it after I've left the thing that I should have recorded.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, you know what would have been smart? But I'm just always on like my Instagram stories. Everything is a story all the time. Like, you know what I should do instead is take a video of this, like putting together my record player and playing my records and getting my little table. I got a little cute table for it.
A little table for it then.
Yeah. Did I record any of that?
No.
See,
I didn't.
I like Jenny's thought process, and I do the same thing you do, Bailey, but at the same time, sometimes I'm like, I just want to enjoy this. Like, I was home in Jersey, took a lot of pictures, looked back, and I was like, oh, I should have took more, but I was enjoying spending time with my family, which I barely do.
Yeah.
I just feel like because most of my stuff was like because I was traveling, and when I'm traveling, I'm just always taking pictures and videos.
Yeah.
So then in the
Makes
end,
sense.
it just is like easy to slap together some reel real quick.
I think one of the things that I admire that. I think one of the things I want to do this year is a little bit of a digital detox, like because during vacation, it was so easy to get up in the morning, sit and watch the news or whatever, the Today Show, and have some coffee and play Wordle. And then after that, 2 hours later, you're still in the chair, your coffee is empty, and you're still scrolling.
Yeah.
And I thought, I just don't want to do that.
No.
I want to find something else to do.
You should get into audiobooks, Dave. You should start listening to those and like, cleaning at the same time or something. So you're multitasking.
I mean, possibly, yeah.
I think it's fun. Woo!
I have been listening to a podcast called The Coco Bertham Story. Have you heard of her?
No.
Oh, it's really interesting. It's about a social media influencer who claims that she was sex trafficked and had cancer and all this and all this and all this. And it turned out she made the whole thing up.
Oh.
Coco Bertham Story.
I guess you and podcasts are kind of like me in audiobooks, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
You're
kinda
doing
like
your
that.
bit.
We're going to do a little game here on KDWB. Jenny's going to quiz me and Vaunt about each other's generations. Of course, you're invited to play along too, and we'll see how you do. It's called Mind the Gap.
Okay.
And let's get started.
First question for Dave here. First published before boomers were born, this novel got the blockbuster treatment like Lord of the Rings did years earlier. What novel?
Say it again. What?
First published before boomers were born, this novel got the blockbuster treatment like Lord of the Rings did years earlier.
The Shining.
Mm-mm. It has to do kind of with Lord of the Rings.
The trilogy.
I
of
doubt
Lord of the
Vaughn
Rings.
knows.
Star Wars.
I was going to say Star Trek.
Star Trek.
No, is it The Hobbit?
Yeah.
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 Good movies.
By the way, speaking of which, you mentioned born during whatever. People that were born yesterday and from now on for the next 15 years are the beta generation. Did you know that?
Oh.
That
They're
sounds so
the
dumb.
beta generation.
Gen
They
beta.
will be the first generation to be raised in the era of AI. So isn't that crazy?
It's kind of
so
scary,
creepy. It
actually.
creeps me out.
Yeah, the beta. I think I got that right. The beta
Yes.
generation.
Yeah.
Is that
Dang.
it? Okay.
Okay, this was for Vaunt. In the closing scene of what hit 70s TV show would you hear Good Night, John Boy?
Good Times was like the 80s. Different Strokes was the 80s. Stupid answer. That 70s show. No.
Good
I don't
guess,
know.
but no. Dave, do you remember who?
I sure do. I'm going to play it for you right now.
Okay.
Down now and get some sleep.
Night, everybody.
Good night, Mama. Night, Ben.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, children. Good night, Daddy. Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Jim Bob. Good night, Jim Bob.
Good night, Jim Bob.
What's going on? I was asleep. What's everybody doing?
Okay. The Waltons.
I was going to say, is that Full
Waltons.
House with all
Yes.
those people in the house? Jeez.
Imagine, Bob.
Okay, Dave, this always learning rover landed on Mars in 2011 and discovered the presence of water molecules in 2012.
The Martian rover. Martian rover.
Incorrect.
Final answer.
Fine, you want to take a guess?
Can you ask it one more time?
This always learning rover landed on Mars in 2011 and discovered the presence of water molecules in 2012.
Curiosity?
Yes.
Wow.
Really?
Really?
I remember hearing something about that. I think it was in
Wow,
like
I'm impressed.
5th grade randomly.
Wow.
You said
Good
Mars
job.
rover? That was the only thing that clicked.
Is that
Yeah.
the one that when it its battery ran out, the last thing it said was "I am so cold," which makes me want to cry thinking about it. Oh, yeah. I mean, I connected to some kind of rover that said that they were cold right before they died.
Wow.
Okay, this one is for Font. What group had huge hits with Celebration, Cherish, and Joanna?
Cool in the gang.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. Name the musical group that won Grammy Awards for their albums The Open Door EP and Kids. Oh, I'm going to get this wrong. Kintsugi? Yeah. It doesn't matter.
That'd
You're
be
never going to get this.
Outcast, Jenny. Outcast.
No.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
I
no.
think the only person that might know this is Bailey, but I didn't even know this.
All American Rejects.
No.
Good guess.
Rats.
Can you explain?
Name the musical group that won Grammy Awards for their albums The Open Door EP and Kintsugi.
I have no idea.
One Direction.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh, I love Death Cab, but I don't know those two
I
albums.
was going to say, I don't know their albums.
Dang.
So
Big Time
it's
Rush.
a little hard.
Pig Time Rush.
All right, Vaughn, what does CD mean?
Something disc. Compact disc?
Yes.
Hey, nice.
I almost
Good
said
job.
cassette disc. I knew that wasn't it.
Dave, name the book/movie with the phrase, you is kind, you is smart, you is important.
So good.
Hey Arnold.
No.
Yep.
Is it No David No?
No, it's The Help.
I was going to say Vaughn. I thought you would know that for sure. Yeah, it's definitely
I
not.
love
Why
The
would I
Help.
know that, Jenny?
I don't know.
It's a good movie.
I mean, it's just a really popular movie, and it
Yeah.
didn't come out that long ago. Like,
No.
it came out while you were alive.
Yeah. You was kind, you was smart, you was important.
Nothing.
Okay.
So good.
Vaunt, in 1974, what daredevil tried to jump the Snake River Canyon in Idaho?
Tony Hawk?
Well,
Good guess.
No?
I think he was a little too young still at that time, but maybe.
Have you heard of Evil Knievel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did, but my mom's mentioned them once or twice. I'm like, oh, okay. Can you make me chicken nuggets?
He would jump like buses and cars on a motorcycle.
And he had a little outfit
Sheesh.
on with the little cape and the little wasn't it like red, blue, and white,
red,
and
white, and blue with
striped, and it was
stars,
like
yeah.
like shiny.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. This will be the last one for Vaunt. For Dave. What item beat Kylie Jenner's most liked photo on Instagram?
What item?
Yes.
The Wienermobile, Jenny. The Wienermobile.
No.
Ask it one more time.
What item beat Kylie Jenner's most liked photo on Instagram?
It was the banana that. Oh wait, no! I do know this. It
Go
was something
on.
stupid. Oh my gosh.
He doesn't know.
I do. You're gonna say it. I'm gonna feel dumb. Tell me, Jenny.
It was an egg.
Yes, Instagram was like, let's make this the most liked post ever or something.
I remember that.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Good job.
And they did it.
And that's it for Mind the Gap.
Okay. Thank you, Jenny. I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
This happened. This is a real life story. On, I think it was Christmas night. We're right, because Allison and the family and the little girls were over. Ava is 4, Evelyn is 2. We're all just kind of hanging out, kind of got football on in the background or whatever, and we're just kind of wandering around the house. And Ava says, somebody just came and somebody just opened the garage door. And I'm like, what? So in our house, there's the garage, and there's the door that comes into the house from the garage. And she said somebody in a blue coat just opened the door and came in and then went back out.
I'd be terrified.
Yes, I would too.
And I said, what? And are you making this up? No. And she's 4.
Yeah.
So remember, she might have been
imagining
making
it or
up,
something.
But what
I
if
don't
she
know.
wasn't? So I said, what? She's like, yeah, somebody opened the garage door, came in for a second, turned around, went back out. Now, I went out in the garage, and the garage doors were closed.
Mm-hmm.
But they'd not been closed all day.
Yeah. So someone was just sitting in the garage all
Could have
day?
been somebody was sitting in the garage.
That's terrifying.
So it was a little terrifying. Now my house bristles with weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fortress.
Sure.
But I didn't have time to go grab
your spear.
It's not a spear. It's a 45 caliber.
Oh.
It will take somebody down in one shot.
Okay.
And so I didn't have time. I just walked in the garage and I'm like,
hello?
Do you say hello? Like a criminal's going to be like, hi, hey.
Is anybody there?
Now, remember, the garage door's closed, so if they've been in there hiding, they've been in there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like walking around the cars, and I'm thinking, am I walking around the car, and they're walking around the other way?
It's like a Scooby-Doo situation.
Right,
Did you not
exactly.
have lights?
Oh, eh?
Did you not have lights? Did you not turn
No,
the
I
lights on?
turned the lights on.
Okay.
But I'm walking around, and there's nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me maybe 60 seconds to trek through the garage to see if anybody was there.
They're laying on the floor underneath the car.
Right.
Oh.
And so there was nobody there. I satisfied myself. And then about that time, Susan comes out the door to see if I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right behind her is, who do you think was right behind her?
Ava.
No.
Carson. Yeah.
Carson, kind of being another man of the house.
Sure.
Decided that he's going to back up his mama. But his mama was the first one to check on me.
Yeah. Moms are resilient. They have no fear.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then Allison was practically hiding behind the couch. And Justin, I think, was watching TV the entire time. He didn't care. So my question for you is, as you're listening to the show, you hear somebody out in the garage. Who is the first one to go investigate? Is it you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it your partner? Is it your son? Is it your mom? Who is the first one to investigate? Let's start here on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we're all here at night and we're working on some special project and there's nobody here. All of a sudden we hear some rattling out in the hallway and we know there shouldn't be anybody there.
Mm-hmm.
Vaunt, Bailey, Jenny, or Dave, who is the first one to go investigate this noise?
Can I go?
Go, Vaunt.
I think Bailey. Because I think Dave would be like, oh, it's probably like Dave would just brush it off. And then I think Bailey would be like, oh, no, we need to go find out. But then be lurking like, there's nothing, guys. I'm telling you, there's nothing.
No.
Yes.
I feel like I would think Dave would go first and he would go check it out. And then you would go just because you didn't want Dave to go by himself, Aunt.
Wrong.
So you would go.
Absolutely wrong.
And then I would instantly start crying and hide. Because what if it is a killer?
No.
Then I gotta hide.
Mm-mm.
I'd be way too scared.
Jenny?
I feel like because of my curiosity and having to know everything, I would go look myself if no one else was volunteering, or I would go with Dave. Because I don't think Vaunt would go. I think Vaunt would only go because he feels like he has to because he's a guy, but he wouldn't. And so I think Dave and I would be the one on the front lines.
I kind of agree. Yeah, I think Jenny or me would go first.
Yeah,
I don't see
never
Bailey
go.
going at all.
Nope.
I don't think Bailey would be scared. I think she'd just be like, guys, you're overreacting. Look, it's nothing.
Oh, absolutely not. I would be the one
You don't
overreacting.
think Bailey would be scared? Do you not remember a few weeks ago she started bawling talking about Homeward Bound? Bailey gets very emotional on different kinds of things. I think she
Yes.
would definitely be terrified.
Oh, I'd be
and
so
you don't
scared.
like scary movies,
No,
right?
no. I don't
I
like
don't-
being scared. That's not a thrill for me.
Right.
Period.
I don't like scary movies either, but I have to know what's going on. If Andrew's ever gone like on a snowboarding trip or something, I sleep with like a butcher knife next to me. And if I hear a noise, I get up with that knife and I walk and check it out. Like I have to know. I don't just like go back to sleep. Like, it'll go away. I like have to go look.
What about you? Who in your family is the first to go investigate a noise in your let's say you hear a noise in the garage, middle of the night, or you're upstairs and you hear a clanking door slam downstairs. Who goes to investigate? Is it you? Is it your partner? Is it your son? Do you wake up your 8-year-old daughter and go, hey, Jenny, will you go see if there's somebody breaking into the house? Let us know. Send me a text or at least have fun talking about it. It's the Dave Ryan Show on 101.3 KDWB. Happy New Year from the Dave Ryan Show on KDWB. Check out some of the pictures from our Christmas vacation on DaveRyanShow.com or on Instagram, Dave Ryan Show. Some cool things. I think probably the coolest thing, nobody can top Jenny's story of her barbecue fire going viral. And I think one of the picture that I really like is you see the barbecue up in flames. It's an inferno. But if you look over to the right, you see Andrew gazing at it as if he doesn't quite know what to do.
But no, in that picture, is he not holding the little shade away? That's what he was doing. He was trying to hold these shades so they didn't
light on fire.
Oh, actually, I don't know what he was doing in that moment. But he went to the rescue and tried to pull these shades away because those shades, if those would have caught fire,
no,
it would have been down.
That's not what I see.
Oh, okay. Well,
when I look at Andrew, I see him going, damn! That's what it looks like. Tell me that I'm wrong. Look at Andrew's picture.
You're right.
Damn!
You're right. He is in that picture. But I was going to say, in the video I have, he's like helping out. I'm just recording.
There's two shades of Andrew.
I love that, like an entire society of people see something awful happen.
And they're like, yes.
Get your phone. It'll go viral.
I know my brother-in-law, because when I was upset that I saw a Facebook page was using my video and they didn't give me credit or ask permission to use it. I was upset because they're making money off of it. And my brother-in-law goes, so I just need to light things on fire and I can start making money. I was like, yeah. You probably could.
Pretty much.
There's a risk there, but might as well try it out.
And then you did not like Gatlinburg, Tennessee, because you took kind of a road camping trip to Gatlinburg?
I had no idea how awful of a city that was until I got there. Oh, I hated it so much. I didn't listen, like, I know everyone's cup of tea is different when it comes to travel, but like I am not a tourist trap kind of gal. I like Disney World sounds like a nightmare to me. I know it's the most magical place in the world, but to me, no, pass.
Okay.
Like so many things like that. But Gatlinburg was such a tourist trap. The line to get in, because there's only like a few entrances into the Smokies. So it's a tourist trap itself, the city, but then also one of the main entrances into the Smoky Mountains. So there was so much traffic. We had to park super far away. We got in and it was just like Margaritavilles, Bubba Gumps, like stuff like that.
Just
that are
touristy
just
stuff, not your
not my thing. And I had posted about that on TikTok, which is also going viral, and people are coming at me because they told me I'm a brat for saying that Gatlinburg's awful and stuff, but it was awful. And then I did post it on Instagram too, and multiple people were like, it is the Wisconsin Dells on steroids, but the hillbilly version.
Sure.
And so many people agreed with me when I had posted on Instagram being like, yeah, I hated Gatlinburg too. Like, I just feel like people think it's going to be this cute mountain town, and it's not. It's like a Vegas, Wisconsin Dells, but like not a good version of either of those, in my opinion.
Interesting. But you liked Asheville?
I loved Asheville.
My uncle lives in Asheville, so when you were like, I met this older woman, I was like, oh, I wonder if that's my uncle's wife. Like, that'd be so wild if you met my family.
Are you serious right now?
Wouldn't that be wild, though, if she met
You're like one of these people. It's like, oh, where are you from? Jacksonville. Oh, my Aunt Penny lives in Jacksonville.
You never know.
Do you know Aunt Penny?
You never know.
Shut up.
Was her name Denise?
Her name was Shoshana.
Dang
and
it.
I think she was very much single. So.
Oh, okay. Well, what about
her? My cousin Brian lives in Denver. You ever heard of Brian Thomas?
You never know. Wouldn't that be the coolest story ever if she met my uncle?
Never happened, not even once.
And maybe.
What would they do? Like, what are you expecting
know.
to have happen? They did a campfire?
Yeah, they would have hung out, and then he would have told the good stories about me. I don't know.
Dave, I will say you might have liked Gatlinburg yourself because there was a museum of salt and pepper shakers there, and you could pay $4 to go see like 500 salt and pepper shakers.
You didn't go in?
I didn't go in.
Why did you? That sounds so fun.
I actually think it might have been closed by the time that we got there, but I saw that picture or that museum, and I was like, Dave would love this place.
I used to collect salt and pepper shakers. I admit it. I sold them all. They are all gone. All right. We are all basically trading stories from the holidays, kind of like when you come back to work with your coworkers, you're trading stories like, oh, Jill, what did you do on vacation? Or, Max, what did you do on vacation? So Bailey's sister did something that we need to discuss, but I'm not going to bring it up.
Okay. No, I can bring it up. So I think this is what happened. I didn't ask her directly, but my sister got news over the break that her cat that she's had for years and years and years, she's like 16 years old, that she had cancer, some kind of like liver cancer. I don't know what it is. So she found that out because she sent like a group text to my family to tell us about her cat. And then the next few days, and this was before like school was out, but she was clearly not going to work, like, because she was available during the day. I was like, are you not at work right now? And she'd be like, no. So I think she took time off of work to be upset about her cat passing away, even though her cat hasn't died yet. She's just sick. So they have this cat on like medication and everything. But to me, like if my cat died, I would probably take the day off that my cat died.
Yeah.
But her cat didn't die, just got bad news, and then she took off significant amount of time to like be upset about it. And I don't know if that's normal or not.
Now that is a little bit weird to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so, but because you said when I brought it up to you that if Josie died, you would take the day off.
Oh, I would absolutely take a day off. Yeah,
right.
I'm not going to come into work. I mean, she's my girl.
Right.
I've had her for 16 years.
And I totally get like, wanting to mourn your pet on the day or like the day after you have to like put them down or something.
But not when you find out that they're sick.
Right.
Yeah.
Which she was like, I want to spend as much time with my cat right now as I can and soak it up as much as, because my sister's got a very big heart. She's a very emotional lady. So I can totally see her doing it. I just was like, that seems like a weird choice.
A little bit, yeah.
What is a significant amount of time?
Like how long she's had this cat?
No, how long did she take off for?
I feel like at least 2, if not 3 days.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Especially I don't know where Madison works.
Yeah.
Some of us don't get a lot of time off to start with. So like God forbid when the cat does die, what are you going to do?
You don't get bereavement time for a pet. I mean, I think if you have a good boss, she's going to let you have the time off. Like, oh, my cat dies. Like, hey, take a day off.
Right.
That's fine.
And
But
that's
you
what I
don't
would
really,
think.
Yeah, you don't really get 3 or 4 days for a pet.
Right.
Although you might want it.
And I don't think if she did take those days off, because I'm pretty sure she did. If she did, I doubt she was like, well, I just found out my cat is dying, so I can't come into work today. So she just probably was like,
Just
I
said,
can't
yeah,
come
I'm
in.
not coming in, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sick or something. So thought that was weird. A little bit weird.
Your family is a strange crew.
My family?
Yeah, that's what I said.
My family?
Uh-oh.
Pull out the guns.
Here we go.
Are we going to play
Let's
Whose
go.
Family is Weirder Bingo?
Pull out the guns.
Let's play a little game.
Yeah.
Who has a relative that's in prison for life?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be me.
That would be Dave.
Interesting.
I
I
spent-
don't.
Right.
I spent probably 2 hours the other day ordering in magazines and books.
Yeah, what kind of magazines?
TV Weekly. I'm not making this up. Not TV Guide, TV Weekly. And
Yeah.
then a bunch of Lord of the Rings,
Ooh.
philosophy kind of books. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds fun.
Yep.
That's nice of
Oh,
you.
okay.
That's so nice.
Who's got a sister that, let's see.
Well, I got one.
What?
Who's got a friend that collects remains of, what is it, cats? Or
Yeah.
No, just-
teeth?
Yeah,
Yeah,
teeth, even
I have
weirder.
a friend, but that's my friend. That's not even my
A
family.
close friend, though. It's a close friend. Could be considered family.
Yeah, she is like family. Yeah, she does collect teeth. But that makes her interesting, quirky,
No.
different.
That makes her frightening.
Yes. She's not getting in my car. We ever go somewhere together.
No. Aren't your siblings weird, Dave?
No, that my siblings, some of them are, some of them are not.
Yeah. Would you say the majority?
I would say some of them are, some of them are not.
That's a confirmation.
Yeah, my
That's
sister
a yes.
did fall into a manhole.
Mm,
so
well, doesn't that happen to us all?
no, it does not.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I just want to let you know this is. I mean, because it is such a powerful, sad, awful thing when you lose a pet.
Mm-hmm.
Intern John that used to work on this show. He's got a little guy named Chewy,
Mm-hmm.
and Chewy was 15 years and 10 months old.
Is this a dog?
A little
Yes.
Chihuahua.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. And Chewy died a couple of
Yeah.
days ago. And I feel so bad for Intern John.
Yeah.
Intern John is like one of those people that's like, he's got a very boisterous, loud, confident kind of persona, but he's a really nice guy. And he's not married and he doesn't have kids. And his little guy died.
Yeah, and Chewy
so,
went through so many different phases of his life because I think he got Chewy after he left here because he went to Iowa to do radio for a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
And I think Chewy was where he got, or that's where he got Chewy. And so then he's gone through every other phase of his life since then, which has been a lot for John because he's now hosting a morning show in D.C. And so I know Chewy was his buddy. I texted him to say I'm sorry because it's so hard to lose a pet.
It really is. Yeah, if you follow Intern John Radio, he's still called Intern John, even though he's 35 years old.
And the host.
You and the host. You can see him on Instagram.
101.3
KDWB.
It's that time of year. Dry Januaries. Everyone's stepping on the scale and working on New Year's resolutions that, let's be honest, rarely pan out. Make 2025 different. Instead of worrying about what you see in the mirror,